These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a #1. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, backed by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best. Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
Dream Style Roofing tops them all. When your roof's worn out and needs to be replaced, we're gonna do it right, put a smile on your face. There at home, things are looking up when you get your roof done by someone you can trust. Dream Style, a company name that's been around forever. No one does it better. You need a new roof, you know who to call. Dream Style Roofing tops them all.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
For your business or your home, Valley Fence stands alone. We're #1 in New Mexico for a reason. It's the best fence you can own. Proudly serving New Mexico for over 50 years. At Valley Fence, the difference is clear. No fence too big, too small, or difficult. We handle them all at Valley Fence Company.
Dreaming about that brand new Subaru? You know which one you want, but have you been able to really drive one yet? Whether you're online at fiestasubaru.com or ready to get out and drive the real thing, our Subarus are sanitized and ready to drive. There's never been a better time to fall in love with your new Subaru. So get driving now at Fiesta Subaru on Lomas or online at fiestasubaru.com to schedule your real test drive.
I prefer to do stuff online. I can find things much quicker, do the research I need, and have it shipped or waiting for me to pick up. The Shop by Payments option was perfect for me. I got online, clicked on Shop by Payments, put in my down payment and monthly budget, and the guessing was done. From laptop, I was able to nail down the bike I wanted, add a few customizations, and get an estimate on my trade-in.
Hi, my name is Adrian Chavez Sr., proud owner, operator of Lobo Protective Services. We are also a proud member of ProView Networks, as well as so excited that New Mexico Youth Sports is back. In order to join our team, please join us at www.loboprotectiveservices.com.
Whoever we didn't know who we had yet. We got whoever we got tomorrow, and I mean, but down the road, this can be a nice win for them. Utah State, I don't know where Utah State will be in this league. They went double overtime to beat a Penn team. I thought that was a game that nobody wanted to win. They were both really playing hard. I watched the back end of that game too. They both played really, really hard. But it was one of those where, all right, who wants to win this game? And somebody please do. I want to move on to the next one. But all that said, really nice win to get started back there.
They're the best team in that tournament. We should win it.
All right. Mountain West Conference last night. A couple of big wins for the Mountain West Conference. You decide which one's the bigger one. I think
pretty easy.
San Diego State beating but that was a home game. Wyoming went on the road.
So explain. I'm sorry.
Yeah, Wyoming went on the road and won at Washington 77-72. San Diego State beat an Arizona State team who's better than Washington, a good Arizona State team, second year in a row. In Viejas, 65-63. They held off a barrage at the end. Three-point looks for Arizona State at the end, but they were able to win. Trey Pulliam with the game-winning floater with about 1:14 to go for San Diego State. I think San Diego State beat a better team. That's a nice pure road win for Wyoming.
Because we don't expect that out of Wyoming.
Yes.
And it surprised you.
Yes.
But I told you Washington's not good. And that's not to take away from Wyoming winning that game, but it wasn't like, oh my gosh, they just beat a top 25 team. Wyoming played so well down their stretch. They traded baskets. Wyoming has a player, Graham Ike.
Ike. Yep.
Graham Ike. He's going to be a problem for the Mountain West. He's a forward that went to work, and Washington stopped him.
He had 26 and 10 last night on the road on 11 for 19 shooting for the Cowboys. He was the difference. Look, I don't care how good Washington is or is not. For Wyoming to go on the road and win at a Pac-12 gym is a pretty big deal for them. So I'll give them that. I'll still tell you when it's all said and done, San Diego State's win against what should be a pretty good Arizona State team is going to be a bigger win. Now, San Diego State's already played BYU, who I think you saw how good BYU is the other night when they just pummeled Oregon. And now they played an Arizona State team who is going to finish in the top half of the Pac-12. 65-63 was the winner in Viejas. Trey Pulliam led the Aztecs with 14 points. And he's going to be kind of their glue guy now as you watch them. A couple of new guys that you'll watch. Lamar Butler will be one of them.
William had 4 points.
He had 4 points. That's right. I don't know why I put up one in front of it. He had 4 points. Yeah, it was Butler who had the 14. Butler had the 14 and led them. And it was Bradley, a guy named Matt Bradley, who's a senior, that had a big game for them. That was a San Diego State team, man. That was a defensive battle.
Yeah, the two big shooters on both teams struggled.
I agree.
Jackson and Bradley.
Yeah, it was just kind of one of those San Diego State games, right, where they DU, they rebound. They out-rebounded Arizona State 37-31. The turnovers were even at 11. It was a fun game to watch, a nervous time game. It felt like a conference game, didn't it? Like down, it felt like there was a lot on the line. The Viejas crowd was good, and in the last 2 minutes were terrific. I thought the whole game was pretty fun to watch.
It was. What do you call it, Jeff? It was a game of runs.
Totally.
San Diego State goes cold to start the second half, but they get back in the game, and then later in the half, Arizona State goes on their run. And that was one heck of a final shot that Arizona State got off kind of a...
The one out of the corner, the final one?
The final three-point shot of the game was a great look, but they were just throwing up some bricks from distance in the second half.
Yeah, it was making me a little bit nervous, obviously, as they kept getting shots. All right, elsewhere, Mountain West yesterday. Boise State got beat by 22nd-ranked St. Bonaventure. That was in the first round of the tournament in Charleston, 67-61. That's a pretty good St. Bonaventure team. They were there the whole way. Told you about Utah State. They went double overtime, beat Penn 87-79. They will advance to play New Mexico State today, second round Myrtle Beach tournament. That'll be at 10 o'clock today. Cal Baptist, whack beat San Jose State in the Abe Lemons Classic. WAC over Mountain West, 67-66. So win there. And Nevada lost their third straight to a West Coast Conference team. And you were telling me they came from ahead, and they were up 46-36 at halftime. San Francisco outscored Nevada 37-24 in the second half. And the Wolfpack and Steve Alford are 1-3. They've lost 3 in a row to West Coast Conference team San Francisco, who the Lobos may get next Friday. San Francisco's in that Lobo tournament in Vegas next week. They'll play Towson in the first round. Lobos will play UAB in the first round, and then the winners will play. The losers will play. But that's a team you may see on Friday. They beat Nevada 73-70.
So at one point in the first half, Nevada was up by 16 points. And this Nevada team is disappointing. They are better than a 1-3 start. That second half, they play poorly, but you credit San Francisco. They have multiple guys who can go out there and get you buckets. You saw what Gabe Stefanini did, finished with 28 points. He's an electric scorer for the Dons in San Francisco. And Nevada, they want to be done with West Coast Conference play because they're 0-3, but they have 2 games left with the West Coast Conference.
2 dudes over 20 for San Francisco. Scherfeld only had 8 for the Wolfpack on 3 of 12 shooting. He's just got to be better because I don't know how much more there is there, but he's got to be better for them to win. Friday today in the Mountain West, Boise State Temple. That'll be in the tournament in Charleston. In Myrtle, Utah State plays New Mexico State. Colorado State will be in the Paradise Jam against Bradley. And in the what tournament is that? The Roman main event, UNLV will play 4th-ranked Michigan today in T-Mobile Arena. That'll be this evening at 10:30. All right, so that's a bunch of hoop for you. Lobos get tomorrow back at the pit. They play Montana State. We'll get into that a little bit. 505-246-0610 is how to get here today. 505-246-0610. It serves as both the Quan's Auto Care hotline and the text line. Emails come in, Jeff at sportsanimalabq.com, JJ@sportsanimalabq.com. Follow the show on the Twitter. Follow JJ. It's _JJ Buck. On the Facebook, you got sound now, Adrian. Adrian's producing on the ProView. Bobcats fed him some sound, so we've got audio on the Facebook, the OD and the AM, channel 20.5. We're over the air now, Bobcat, since you've been here. We're over like Rabbit Ears. You can get us on your Rabbit Ears on channel 20.5. Bobcat's producing for us on the radio side. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
Are you sure we're supposed to be doing this?
Don't worry. I've watched him do it 1,000 times. Come on. What's the worst that can happen?
No! Bad dog!
Hi, welcome to Car Crafters. What happened? Don't worry. We'll make it like it never happened.
Car Crafters, it's like it never happened.
Car Crafters is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Dream Style Roofing tops them all. When your roof's worn out and needs to be replaced, we're gonna do it right, put a smile on your face. They're at home, things are looking up when you get your roof done by someone you can trust. Dream Style, a company name that's been around forever. No one does it better. You need a new roof, you know who to call. Dream Style Roofing tops them all.
A burglary takes place in the United States approximately every 15 seconds. International Protective Service is your answer for commercial and residential security in all of Albuquerque. IPS will work with your monitoring company for fast, reliable response times. You can rest easy knowing you, your family, or your company is watched over by International Protective Service. Call International Protective Service today.
Dreaming about that brand new Subaru? You know which one you want, but have you been able to really drive one yet? Whether you're online at fiestasubaru.com or ready to get out and drive the real thing, our Subarus are sanitized and ready to drive. There's never been a better time to fall in love with your new Subaru. So get driving now at Fiesta Subaru on Lomas or online at fiestasubaru.com to schedule your real test drive.
Jackson Compaction wants to help you keep your green green.
And keep the community green as well.
Jackson Compaction has worked hard to maintain the same prices since day one. Always easy and painless trash removal with professional crews and quality service. If it's non-hazardous waste, debris, or trash on your land, leave it to us. At Jackson Compaction, we're dedicated to ensuring the conservation of our environment.
You trash it,
we smash it. Jackson Compaction, we've earned a reputation for great results.
For your business or your home, Valley Fence stands alone. We're number one in New Mexico for a reason. It's the best fence you can own. Proudly serving New Mexico for over 50 years. At Valley Fence, the difference is clear. No fence too big, too small, or difficult. We handle them all at Valley Fence Company.
We here at Clark's Pet Emporium welcome you to bring in your pets. We know that having your pet with you makes the experience of shopping for them even better. And we welcome you to bring your kids also. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
I prefer to do stuff online. I can find things much quicker, do the research I need, and have it shipped or waiting for me to pick up. The Shop by Payments option was perfect for me. I got online, clicked on Shop by Payments, put in my down payment and monthly budget.
The sports animal.
Lobos and Montana State tomorrow in the pit. 2 o'clock start, 1:30 pregame over on News Radio KKOB. I'll have the call of that, actually. I'll be with Hunter Green tomorrow. Rob's going to be in Boise. Lobo football tomorrow on News Radio KKOB. 7 o'clock kickoff, 6 o'clock pregame. Robert Portnoy and Dontrell Moore live from the blue in beautiful Boise, Idaho. I don't know how much you'll see of him. I would assume maybe not very much, but Saquon Singleton back at practice for Lobo basketball. Been cleared after he was sidelined for over 2 months. It was first COVID, and then they had heart-related side effects that were recently settled to the point where doctors felt comfortable clearing him and return to action. Now, there's going to be a conditioning piece to this and getting him back into it. It's a body, I believe, that size-wise Richard Pitino would love to have, but more so it's the player that Richard Pitino would like to have back. And this is good. I don't necessarily think for this particular game, but this is kind of a big deal.
Yeah, because they're already saying he's going to be your starting power forward. Like, wait, what, wasn't he playing guard? Yes, he was.
Yeah.
But he's going to kind of split time with Javonte Johnson because they're going to play small ball lineups because they just need guys that are willing to rebound, play inside. His length allows you to match up differently because you're not going to see a lot of teams that throw 2 true post players at you, so you can get away with doing some of that stuff at the 4. But it's that rebounding gap, and they have to rebound better, and there's a sense that Saquon Singleton's a guy that's willing to step into that role. That's why there was so much excitement yesterday around practice with the announcement and the addition of Saquon Singleton. And I'd say what? You could maybe see him in the game for a few minutes in the first half.
I can imagine that, yeah.
But it's all also how it plays out because he's not going to be able to play much more than that. It's very similar to kind of we saw when Latasia Duff was cleared like the day before the game and played 4 minutes.
I think this is a big piece, actually. And Richard Pitino, we talked about on the pregame show before Colorado, he was talking about not having Saquon and hoping to get him back. They're getting out-rebounded. They're hurting up front. Maybe this pushes some of those guys, too, because it's going to take some playing time from guys that he alluded to after that game, right?
100%.
I don't think you're going to ever question his effort. I think his toughness is going to be real, and I think Saquon is going to give you everything he got. And I'm going to just tell you, when something gets taken away from you that you love, when you get it back, you tend to appreciate it more. I don't care what it is. And in this case, for this young man, it's basketball and it's his health. And somebody tells you when you're 20, 21, 22 years old that you're sidelined, you can't play, you can't do what you love. Oh, and by the way, it's because there's something wrong with your heart. Start thinking what goes through your mind, right? And for this young man to know that he's on the mend, that he's clear, that he's okay, I think you see a pretty special player. I'm not telling you all conference. I'm not telling you he's MVP of this league. But I think you see a guy with a renewed sense of, damn, look what I've got. I appreciate what I'm able to do again. Not that he didn't before, but there's got to be. I'm just thinking as human nature. Mm-hmm. Everything that must have gone through this young man's head. And I didn't talk to him on the trip. I just kind of was watching him peripherally, and he was around the team, and I felt for the young man, just body language wise. He was there. He was doing everything he could do to help that team, but boy, did he want to be a part of it.
I think with Saquon, too, he's the one player last year that people were excited for. And to see him come back, continue to grind. He was the representative for New Mexico at the preseason media days when they're doing all their virtual stuff. It's going to be nice to watch him because he does have a good attitude. You see him. And, I've observed him in practice kind of the same way.
Yeah.
Like, he's not, like, tuned out. He's not just sitting there on the side in his hoodie, just like, oh, whatever. Like, he's engaged. And he was doing that even early in the games, too, on the sideline, in the bench. And this is a big piece because he is a Swiss Army knife because he can handle the basketball. He can get you out of tough situations. He's going to be asked to do something a little bit different, being a 6'6" wing guy that's going to need to play some power forward. And this is one that they were hoping. They weren't sure, but now it is, hey, Saquon is coming back for Louisville basketball. They are very excited.
Yeah. All right, we're here for you today. It's the opening drive. Jeff Symbieta, JJ Buck, 505-246-0610, 888-922-0610. Your emails are coming in this morning. Jeff at sportsanimалabq.com, JJ at sportsanimалabq.com. Homeless Bobcat is producing for us on the radio. Jack called you a homeless Bobcat. Instead of fattening up for winter, it looks like he lost weight without Central Grill's grub. He just got a haircut.
Looks good.
Yeah, Jack's watching you on the Facebook or on the ProView feed.
Thanks, Jack, but my weight I haven't lost that much.
Well, you've lost a little?
Well, I think about 2 pounds.
Oh, see, Jack, look at Jack. Jack just knows. He's been hitting the gym. You've been going to F45.
Is 166.8 pounds this morning. 3 days ago, it was 169.4.
He does. Do you know that for a fact, or you're just making that up?
No, I know that. I take my weight every morning.
Do you?
Yeah.
Just because?
Along with my blood pressure, temperature.
Do you log all that stuff?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you ever look back at it, or?
Sometimes, yeah. And my cardiologist and primary care doctor love it that I bring a copy of the last 30 days.
Here's where I am. Yeah, I bet they do.
And your story with the heart problem?
Yeah.
I can relate to that. It's a little over 20 years ago that I had my emergency quadruple bypass surgery. Yeah. November 1st of 01.
You just hit 20 years, man.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yeah, a little change in diet.
Well, it's got to open your eyes, right? So you've been there,
does.
right? So when somebody tells you, I've been there with the heart stuff. I mean, somebody tells you got a heart issue. It's like, whoa, like that gets your attention, right? For you, they cracked you open.
Yeah.
I didn't get cracked open. Saquon didn't either. But for this, we're having a conversation about this young man who somebody says, first of all, you can't play basketball. That's what you hear, right? But then they start telling you about why you can't, and it's your heart, and you're 20-something years old, or you're a young man. I mean, I know where my mind went. right?
My mind went, am I going to have a job in 3 months?
Am I going to be breathing in 3 months is where mine went.
Yeah.
Is my kid going to have a dad? That's where mine
Yeah.
went. And so now for this young man to be cleared and back on the floor and doing well, and here you are 20 years later, and I'm still ticking. So
yeah,
it's good, but it takes down people, man, and that's good on him. And I'm looking forward to seeing Saquon back. 505-246-0610, 888-922-0610. Shohei Ohtani won the American League MVP. He isn't the only one who won. Bobcat sent me a story. I saw this yesterday. Tell you what, there's a few big winners in this. We'll get into that. It's the opening drive on a effing Friday. A 95 effing right now? Can't do that?
You can do it. It's just surprising.
Is it weird?
That's new.
All right. Yeah, it is kind of new. On 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS Network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
We here at Clark's Pet Emporium welcome you to bring in your pets. We know that having your pet with you makes the experience of shopping for them even better. And we welcome you to bring your kids also. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
I'm Ben Lucero, president and owner of Indigo Mortgage. We are a locally owned and operated mortgage company right here in New Mexico. This means your loan officers and processors are right here to serve you. Our mortgage divisions include residential, commercial, construction, reverse mortgages, and VA mortgage loan. Indigo Mortgage, because nobody cares more about your mortgage loan.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
Hi, my name is Adrian Chavez Sr., proud owner, operator of Lobo Protective Services. We are also a proud member of ProView Networks, as well as so excited that New Mexico Youth Sports is back. In order to join our team, please join us at www.loboprotectiveservices.com.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS Network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
You trusted your home or business security to a company with an armed response. They sold out to a national corporate giant, and you're stuck on the brink of less security. I'm Aaron Jones, owner of International Protective Service. IPS, isn't for sale. I'm invested here, and I care about your home and business as if it's my own. Let the highly trained armed guards or 24-hour patrols of IPS protect what's yours. With faster response times to catch criminals and less associated costs. Call 897-2420 or go to ipsglobal.com.
When looking for the best experience while buying an all-new Kia, Fiesta Kia offers some of the most knowledgeable and friendly Kia specialists in New Mexico. They'll help you find the Kia that will meet all your expectations.
I've seen things print two-sided before, but never like two-sided but one upside down. But I'm grateful. Grateful to have it. It's the opening drive. Jeff Symbieta, J.J. Buck. Grateful to have Bobcat back in the saddle. Adrian's producing on the TV side. You can watch our show, not just at the doctor's office on Channel 26 on Comcast Xfinity, what it is these days, but on.
I can reprint that for you if you'd like.
It's beautiful. All right, Bobcat sent me the story, and thank you. Bobcat's like, I contributed. You absolutely did. So, Shohei Ohtani, by the way, unanimous most valuable player in the American League. I'm surprised it was unanimous, not surprised he won. You?
No, because it was an unbelievable special season.
Mm-hmm.
Even though they were picking and choosing his starts, he was still a starting pitcher in Major League Baseball while hitting over 40 home runs and striking out people with a good earned run average. He deserved a unanimous MVP for that season.
I would have voted for him. I'm surprised everybody did because they were on a team that didn't make the playoffs, that weren't competitive. But what he did, both pitching and fielding and hitting, we haven't seen ever in Major League Baseball. And so, I'm down with it. I got no problem. By the way, Bryce Harper won the National League MVP, but that's not the story. So there's a guy in Nevada back on March 19th. I tell you, Nevada Sporting. I'm hoping he placed it at the right William Hill Casino, not at a non-parimutuel track where the payouts are capped. But it sounds like he did it the right way. Back on March 19th, there was a guy who was so confident, or might have been a lady, a bettor, who was so confident, JJ, that Shohei Ohtani was going to win the MVP, that this bettor placed a $30,000 bet. I mean, now you got to have money to do something like this, right? This is the rich getting richer, the poor get the picture, right? But he put $30,000 at 30-1 that Ohtani would win the AL MVP in a unanimous vote. Not just win it, but win it unanimously. This is insane. So that's $900,000. Just doing the math. William Hill's sportsbook assistant director said it's going to be the biggest loss for the casino ever on that type of market. It's going to stick out as a line item when you see award betting and a big minus. And look, I'm sure they took in plenty of other bets that they didn't have to pay out on other guys that pay for it, and they're still going to be there. He opened at 60-1 odds in February to win the MVP. And there was a lot of interest on it. So the number came down. There are more bets placed on Ohtani to win the MVP than there was on any other player in most of the sports books. In late June, when he really blossomed to the favorite, it was listed at minus 5,000. He became the favorite. But by the time Thursday night's announcement came around, Ohtani winning the American League MVP, I think we thought it was going to go that way. 46 home runs, 100 runs batted in, 9-2 record as a pitcher, 3.18 ERA. Somebody's holding a $900,000 ticket. But I mean, like, you always say, "Oh, that's beautiful." I mean, that's nerve-wracking now. You got $30,000 invested in that. It's not like winning the lottery at $2.
Different level.
Yeah.
Betting.
Yeah. I mean, none of us will ever win that because we're not putting $30,000 on Ohtani to win the MVP. We might put $20.
I might put 30 cents.
Right.
That's about all I could afford.
30. You got to have money to win money like that.
What can I get for $1?
Well, you could have got 31 odds. You would have made $30.
Well, if he put it down in February, it would have been $60.
Yeah. See? But if you take $100, if you would have put $100 down, right? You'd have won $3,000. It'd been a nice payday for you, right? None of us would have said, okay, Christmas time's going to be a little nicer.
Yeah,
right?
maybe.
Us mortals, mere humans. But yeah, no, that's a good story, Bob. Thank you for that. Dude puts down 30. And, you know, I told the story about my buddy. You've heard the story on the Kentucky Derby where he thought he won $700 and something thousand when he hit the exacta, and he bet at the wrong casino where they capped the payouts, which was just such garbage. But you got to have money to be able to bet at that level, right? To win.
There
at that
are
level.
gamblers that will bet on which part of the window pane a raindrop will.
That's
end
true.
with.
Well, but he hit an exacta once in a lifetime. It was the favorite won the race, but was disqualified in the Kentucky Derby on replay, and so they moved everybody up. And the horse that won the race was what, 52-1, JJ? I mean, it was one of those doesn't ever happen. And he's like, "Oh, I have that horse. Who finished third? I have those two. Damn!" And he started doing the math. He won $700 and something thousand. And he went back to collect, and they said, "Yeah, see 3 windows over. We're not a pari-mutuel track. We're capped. We only pay. You won $35,000, sir, which would be a nice day if you didn't win." It pissed me off because why would they take the bet if they couldn't pay it?
Far cry from 700.
See what I'm saying? See what I'm saying? All right, 505-246-0610. You can get in on any of it. But I think it's kind of cool that Ohtani won the MVP. Hondo says Fleetwood Buck. Jeff, you have your boys. So when Bobcat is producing, why not transform the OT into Fleetwood Buck? Okay. It'd be Fleetwood Buck. He looks like McFleetwood. You are J.J. Buck. I'm merely me. Okay. We're Fleetwood Buck today. I'm down with that. Lobo Hobo says, by the time we hoe, Jeff, it'll be almost exactly 1 week until post time for Utah State football. Remember when Lobo fans thought that could be a big game? It still might be, but not for the team they thought. Where's this season gone? It could be a big game for Utah State. They could be playing for a win to get into the championship game, right? And that's kind of what they're looking at. They're sitting with 1 loss at the top of the Mountain Division. They win this week. They come in here next week. They beat New Mexico. They're playing for a championship, a league championship. Team that was picked at the bottom. Team that you figured you had a chance to win. I'm not going to lie, man. When Blake Anderson told me, that was the one guy I'm like, okay. I didn't come by, and then I was like, oh, man, I watched your team last year. Like, did you really reconstruct this? Well, he did, too. He did it quickly.
And guess what they had? A transfer quarterback home run. He brought his quarterback with him from Arkansas State.
Yeah.
And he's been very good.
Yeah. Yeah, Utah State football has been, to me, the story in this league this year.
They're one of the best stories in college football.
I agree with that.
They've got some national recognition. You've seen some writers, national writers, do some pieces on Utah State. And I think that's a frustrating thing for a lot of Lobo fans, football fans. Like, well, what happened? Why were they able to do it? And it's one where we have to dive deeper into the roster. And they had better returners across the board.
They guys coming back from missions.
Yeah.
They're older, and they hit on their transfer quarterback. They play Wyoming tomorrow in Logan. So they get that game at home. It'll be a 6:00 game on CBS Sportsnet if you want to watch it, and then they come here a week from today for an 11 a.m. start on the Friday after Thanksgiving. There's a lot of early football that day. I think San Diego State, Boise State's at 10 o'clock start, 9 o'clock in California.
Because I think that's a CBS game.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, big boy CBS game. That's gonna be an early start, man. And
come right out of your NCIS reruns.
How many
Mountain West football?
How many people are gonna be at that game? And that would be a game where this is where
the Black Friday game,
the Black Friday 9 a.m. game in Carson.
Oh, in Carson.
Carson,
not many.
And that's a marquee game in that league, right? That's San Diego State and Boise State. Would you argue with me if I told you those are the two best brands in that league?
No.
And because they're playing 2 counties north of campus, students won't be there. They're on break anyway. The LA people aren't coming out. We're a year away from them having their stadium, and I think they really wish they played in a junior college stadium in San Diego. I think they're looking back at this going, well, maybe this Carson thing. I mean, they're getting and their home schedule this year. They had Fresno State, they had Nevada, they had Boise State. They got to go out and return all those games next year. All those games on the road next year. But that would be a game that would be such a good atmosphere in San Diego.
It was a swing and a miss. Are you more frustrated with the Aztecs' decision or the Aztec fans that were allegedly supposed to be in
No,
Carson.
I mean, why would anybody think that all those fans were going to go up there? No, they don't draw.
Well, isn't it
Jasper.
about alumni?
Yeah, but how many were really going to come out? The thought was, there, and I think there's a bunch of alumni who went to a game here, a game there. But no, if you watch San Diego State over the years, and they don't draw that well in San Diego. Relatively well in a big stadium, but put them 2 counties north and get lost in Los Angeles. You got everything going on. You got SC and UCLA playing. The Lakers are playing. The Clippers are playing. The Kings are playing. The Dodgers were playing. The Angels were playing. And then there's this team that's kind of coming up from 2 counties, a college team that's – no, I'm not surprised at the way it is. I'm more disappointed in the decision in retrospect than I am in fans and alumni. No, I never thought they would come out in big numbers. Now, I got buddies who took the train up and went up and made a party out of it. But it's – even if you want to do that and you're a season ticket holder and you live in San Diego – that's a whole day now. It's not just going to the game.
Well,
it's 2 hours up, 2 hours back.
Out of the wallet.
Yeah, it's 2 hours up, 2 hours back. Your kid's got it's like anybody else, right? Your kid's got a game. You can't just then hey, I'm bouncing up to L.A.
Peace. I'll see you on Sunday.
Yeah. So no, that doesn't surprise me at all. And
are they? I keep reading. Is the stadium supposed to open next year?
Yeah, next year. Yeah, and I keep getting updates on and it looks great. It's going to be beautiful. It's gonna be sensational, but and to their credit, and Blake Anderson's coach of the year, but what Brady's done a heck of a job.
There was a moment early in the year where you wondered, is Brady even gonna get to see this new stadium? Like they had some moments
when they were down 10-0 at halftime to New Mexico State.
Yes.
Okay. And now here they are, ranked 19th in the college football playoff rankings.
Here we are. Playing for another Mountain West title game appearance.
Yeah. All right, 505-246-0610, 888-922.
Huge game. Could they lose that?
If they lose what? The Boise State game? Yeah.
I expect them to get there.
Then Fresno State's playing for the championship against. Yeah. No, it'll end up being a big game. All right, we'll come back talk about the NFL. We haven't gotten into last night's NFL game. Patriots 25, Falcons 0. It's the opening drive. Jeff, JJ, Gato, Roberto, and Adrian on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal.
Staples Connect has innovative tools.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
You trusted your home or business security to a company with an armed response. They sold out to a national corporate giant, and you're stuck on the brink of less security. I'm Aaron Jones, owner of International Protective Service. IPS isn't for sale. I'm invested here, and I care about your home and business as if it's my own. Let the highly trained armed guards or 24-hour patrols of IPS protect what's yours. With faster response times to catch criminals and less associated costs. Call 897-2420 or go to ipsglobal.com.
When looking for the best experience while buying an all-new Kia, Fiesta Kia offers some of the most knowledgeable and friendly Kia specialists in New Mexico. They'll help you find the Kia that will meet all your expectations. Kias have some of the most affordable vehicles for you to choose from, offering extensive options and style for the price. And with a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty, Kia won't be beat. Come be a part of the Fiesta family today, 7400 Lomas Boulevard Northeast, or start driving now at fiestakia.com.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, backed by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot. It's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS Network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
We here at Clark's Pet Emporium welcome you to bring in your pets. We know that having your pet with you makes the experience of shopping for them even better. And we welcome you to bring your kids also. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
Hi, my name is Adrian Chavez Sr., proud owner, operator of Lobo Protective Services. We are also a proud member of ProView Networks, as well as so excited that New Mexico Youth Sports is back. In order to join our team, please join us at www.loboprotectiveservices.com.
A burglary takes place in the United States approximately every 15 seconds. International Protective Service is your answer for commercial and residential security in all of Albuquerque. IPS will work with your monitoring company for fast, reliable response times. You can rest easy knowing you, your family, or your company is watched over by International Protective Service. Call International Protective Service today.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS Network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
We here at Clark's Pet Emporium welcome you to bring in your pets. We know that having your pet with you makes the experience of shopping for them even better. And we welcome you to bring your kids also. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a roux.
25-0 Patriots over the Falcons. That was a tough watch. I'm not gonna lie to you. I tried and I couldn't care much. And so I watched the basketballs. But watched enough to see Mac Jones go 22 for 26. Touchdown. Ramondre Stevenson was the running back, 69 yards. They got a pick six for a touchdown. They kicked some field goals.
Falcons played 3 quarterbacks and threw 4 interceptions. Each quarterback that played threw an interception.
We got a Josh Rosen sighting yesterday. A Felipe Franks sighting yesterday. We done with Matt Ryan now? Are they done with Matt Ryan now? Do they have him for another year?
With Matt Ryan, I don't know where he works because he has to have a great offensive line right now.
And he's got to have weapons. And look, they got nothing. And their best weapon has been Cordero Patterson.
How would you feel, Jeff?
Yeah.
Matt Ryan in New Orleans.
Instead of Jameis going forward?
As Jameis is coming off the ACL, they're not tied to him long term.
Yep.
But like you're just looking like, what is that spot going to be? Because it feels like Matt Ryan now is that we'll take a chance.
So
1 year guy. Does he have something left in the tank on a team that isn't the Atlanta Falcons?
So where does he work? Where's a good team that might be a quarterback away and that might need a quarterback next year? I'll give you a couple of things that interest me, okay? One of them is Pittsburgh if they don't draft a quarterback who's ready to go and don't get Aaron Rodgers. I look at Pittsburgh's situation. I got to believe Ben's done, right? Now, do they go 1 year stopgap Matt Ryan? You're going to hate this, but Denver. And that's what Denver does because Denver does it every single year. Let's find a guy.
Hey, we're just
yeah
that guy away.
Nope. But aren't right? I mean, I can see Denver doing that. I think Carolina's going to tie themselves to Cam, so I don't think that's the spot. Washington, if they don't figure things out, right? And Washington's got to go all in the draft, don't you think, for a young quarterback?
But they just beat Tom Brady.
Okay. Yeah, they did.
And the Buccaneers.
They did. So Taylor Heineke and
Tyler.
When is Fitzmagic back? Is he done for the year? I thought that was like a 6-week injury.
It was a hip injury.
Okay.
And so that was initially like 10 to 11 weeks. So it should be around this time. But do you even want to risk bringing him back? And what for?
I don't know. I mean, because you're paying him millions of dollars to play quarterback? I don't know the answer. But so those are, to your point, there's not a lot of situations where I look at it and say, yeah, that would be a 1 year stopgap. I think the Cleveland situation, what they're going to do there is really, really, really interesting because they've got such a dilemma. I look at them and what do you do with Baker long term? And I know this is about Matt Ryan, but I don't think you do. He's a guy you pay big dollars to, right? You feel like he's a $25 million a year quarterback. What do you mean that's not big dollars, Jeff? The $25 million in the market isn't $40 million like the big dogs are getting. He's going to want the big money. And then I start looking around and say, well, but are they in a better situation than Miami? Yeah. Than the Jets? Yeah, probably. Certainly than Houston. I'm talking just the quarterback position. Certainly than Denver. Certainly better quarterback situation than
They still got 1 more year to figure it out.
Okay.
With Baker Mayfield because they picked up his 5th year option.
Yeah, they did.
They'll be playing on his 5th year option next season.
So the Matt Ryan thing, I mean, I gave you 3 spots that maybe it works. Washington, Pittsburgh, and Denver. And Denver's just got to figure it out, man. They can't keep doing this to you guys year in and year out, throwing me a Teddy Two Gloves that it's going to get me through and we're going to be okay and win me a game I should win.
Joe Flacco.
I mean, Paxton Lynch, Brock Osweiler. Man, how many have you guys had? The quarterbacks that Denver gets this reputation, but not like Cleveland, right? Cleveland, they haven't had a quarterback since Brian Sipe, and we go through this list of people. The situation in Denver since since Peyton Manning left. I mean, you've gone through Tebow, and you've gone through Osweiler, and you've gone through Paxton Lynch, and Drew Lock, and Teddy Two Gloves, and I know I'm missing a bunch. Mark Rippon started, or I'm sorry, Brett Rippon started. Mark Rippon was a little old for that, but Brett Rippon started. I mean, your deal in Denver is
they're on that track,
aren't they?
To be having one of those guys wearing the jersey with 17 names crossed out.
It's ugly. All right, 505-246-0610. If you want to get in on that last night, now, we can look forward to the National Football League this weekend. Global basketball tomorrow I want to get into a little bit. Global football going to the Blue. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM. Oh, and the Aggies are going to Kentucky. And AM 610, the Sports Animal.
Look at you, bro. Threads be looking must. It's a new...
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best. Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
Dream Style Roofing tops them all. When your roof's worn out and needs to be replaced, we're gonna do it right, put a smile on your face. There at home, things are looking up when you get your roof done by someone you can trust. Dream Style, a company name that's been around forever. No one does it better. You need a new roof, you know who to call. Dream Style Roofing tops them all.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
For your business or your home, Valley Fence stands alone. We're number 1 in New Mexico for a reason. It's the best fence you can own. Proudly serving New Mexico for over 50 years. At Valley Fence, the difference is clear. No fence too big, too small, or difficult. We handle them all at Valley Fence Company.
Dreaming about that brand new Subaru? You know which one you want, but have you been able to really drive one yet? Whether you're online at FiestaSubaru.com or ready to get out and drive the real thing, our Subarus are sanitized and ready to drive. There's never been a better time to fall in love with your new Subaru. So get driving now at Fiesta Subaru on Lomas or online at FiestaSubaru.com to schedule your real test drive.
In the morning, 7 a.m., where have you been?
Now, voted the best sports show in New Mexico for 5 years running. This is The Opening Drive with two-time New Mexico Sportscaster of the Year, Jeff Symbieta, and J.J. Buck.
You don't like my my countdown karaoke?
I thought it was great.
That's what you get when you watch it on the TV. Opening Drive, Jeff Symbieta, J.J. Buck. That's Gato Roberto you heard there in the background. Adrian's producing on the TV side, putting us on the air on ProView Networks. Adrian's got a big deal going on in L.A. Did you know that? They got a toy drive for kids. He sent me a thing. They got a car club doing an annual toy drive. So if you're in the greater Los Angeles area, get down there and for the L.A. Police Academy, they got a toy drive going, a car show. Huh? It's kind of cool that you're doing that. Appreciate that. Adrian's an L.A. guy. You know that? Not only was he where he's kind of down south L.A. Norwalk, went down to Long Beach, lived in Orange County, and did some time in HB. Huh? Where in HB? Well, you and I got to talk a little bit. My brother's still down there. It's my spot now. HB. Surf City, Bobcat. It's the opening drive. All right, let's play. By the way, I want to give you round up the conversation we were just having. So the Broncos stay away from the draft. Well, they tried. They got Trevor Siemian and Brock Osweiler in the draft, right? Their quarterback since John Elway. They drafted Brian Griese. Is that right? I think they drafted him. So they went through the Brian Griese time and a little Steve Berline in there, and then Jake Plummer and Jake Cutler came over from the Cardinals and from the Bears. And then they went through the Kyle Orton, Chris Sims thing, and Tim Tebow thrown in there with Orton. Then Peyton came and saved him. All right, in the 7 years since Peyton retired, do you know how many starting quarterbacks they've had?
In the 7 years since Peyton Manning.
It's 7 years. This is Browns-like. And I know they're not going to get the love that the Browns get for running through quarterbacks. Just give me a number. What do you think?
13.
It's not that much. It's 11. Since Peyton Manning, they've gone through Brock Osweiler, Trevor Siemian, Paxton Lynch, Case Keenum for a full year. And so you get a full it's almost like one in all 16 starts. So it's like, wow, okay, that really dilutes the whole number. Joe Flacco, Drew Lock, Brandon Allen, Jeff Driscoll, Brett Rippon, Kendall Hinton Counts, and Teddy Bridgewater. It's insane, man.
The Broncos are at a point where it's more than the quarterback. It's the coaching staff, the offense coordinator. You feel like, hey, they should have pieces in place, try to be more explosive than they are. And if you just get focused on the quarterback position, I don't think that John Elway, the company, is going to make changes, but I don't know if even a good quarterback fits what's going on in Denver right now.
So you said it to me the other day, and you said, what if they would have taken Justin Fields? What if they had taken Mac Jones? They passed on all that. They got a good defensive back in Patrick Surtain. But that's not making or breaking that franchise. What if they'd have had one of those two young quarterbacks? And they could have. They wouldn't have had to give up any more assets. They just passed. They were both available when the Broncos picked. And at some point, and look, I like John Elway. He's a San Fernando Valley guy. Went to Kennedy High School. No, he went to Granada Hills High School. And he's a legend in Denver. But at some point, somebody's got to take accountability for it. Almost feels like they were afraid. They only liked the guys at the top of the draft. They Trevor Lawrence, Trey Lance. If this is my feeling on it, were the guys. And if they couldn't get one of those two, well, what are they going to waste their thoughts on one of these guys at the back end? And I understand that because I asked the question during the draft: are these 5 quarterbacks really that good? Or are there just that many teams that need quarterbacks? Are they reaching? And I ask that every year because you just don't know. I'm not sure we know yet how good Trey Lance is going to be, let alone Trevor Lawrence. We're getting a glimpse of Mac Jones, who's pretty good, getting a glimpse of Justin Fields, who's pretty good. But when I sit here in Week 11, I feel like they made a mistake. And you said it the other day, and I do feel you would have a different feel on your franchise, the trajectory of your franchise, not even just this team. Would they be better this year or worse this year? I think they would be about the same. Maybe they don't start 3-0, but maybe Teddy Bridgewater still starts the first 3 games of the year, so maybe they do, right? And then you ease in a Justin Fields or Mac Jones. But don't you have a different feel for your franchise right now?
Yes. I thought Justin Fields should have been the guy.
Yeah.
Sitting there. You don't have to trade. You don't have to give up future assets. Like both those quarterbacks were right there, but I was on Justin Fields over Mac.
Okay.
So,
let's say you have it.
even with what we've seen, I'd still stick with that. And you absolutely feel different because you have a legitimate quarterback for the future that brings something that they haven't had, and that is not just a guy that can make all the throws, but has athleticism, make plays out of the pocket. Because you're just looking, it's not just the division, but you look at the teams that are winning, it's because they have that guy. And you're still going to be chasing the Chiefs for 10 years, a decade. And yeah, you're going to need to play good defense to beat Kansas City, but you're also going to need a quarterback that pops. And they ain't got that on the roster, and they don't even have that in the future. Patrick Surtain, fantastic. It's not going to help you win a division.
Can't agree more. Edward, good morning. You're on the Quan's Auto Care Hotline. Happy Friday.
Happy Friday to you folks. It's a glorious day and a good weekend upcoming. It's great to hear Bobcat's voice. And, I was going to pick Bobcat up this morning and take him down to the Royal Fork for the lunch buffet. But now that he's on a health trend, I packed some kale and some other health items. So, Bobcat, I do care about your health, so I want to make sure I don't throw you off your trajectory.
Edward, I thought you liked me.
He wants the damn Halloween candy you got sitting in the pantry.
Yeah.
Hey, Bobcat, didn't you take your prom dates down to the Royal Fork back in the day? That's what I heard. That was a rumor on the street. I don't know.
No, that's false, fake news, because I grew up in Denver.
Oh, okay. I don't know the local establishments up in Denver. JJ might, or his family might, but it's always good to hear your voice.
Okay.
Hey, the only thing I learned about last night's game, I know both Patriots and Cowboy fans were pretty excited about, the drubbing of Atlanta. Atlanta's terrible. They've won 4 games this year. They are an incompetent franchise from an offensive line standpoint. Defensively, guys, the announcers even said half the defense was playing man. The other half of the defense was playing zone. Guys were running wide open. I didn't learn anything last night other than Mac Jones continues to get better. Speaking of quarterback picks, the year Lamar Jackson came out, the Patriots had 2 first-round draft picks at the end of the first round, and my son was screaming at the television, "Take Lamar Jackson! Take Lamar Jackson!" Yeah. I think he had won the Heisman, if I'm not mistaken.
This is my point.
They took 2 players out of Georgia, Sony Michel, who had 6 touchdowns in that the last Super Bowl run in the playoffs, which was phenomenal, and they picked up an offensive lineman who's been hit or miss, but. Quite honestly, I wanted them to draft Fields this year, and then Mac Jones, who just continues to develop. And I heard on your update from Esiason that he's the first rookie quarterback ever to complete 80% of his passes in consecutive games. And the Patriots have scored 70 consecutive points the last 2 games. So I like their trend, and we'll see if they continue. They have 4 tough games coming up. They got to play Tennessee. They play at the Colts, and they play the Bills twice. And they may lose all those games, but there's hope. Anyway, the 5-star picks, I know people are waiting. The holiday weekend's coming up, and they need money in their pockets. And, last week wasn't too bad. Had a winning week last week.
It's about time.
So I threw my Kobe jersey on this morning because I want greatness this morning.
Boy, see, finally, a top 5 NBA player you're wearing. That's good.
Top 5. JJ
maybe top 3.
Or at least mentioned that I had him somewhere between 8 and 12. Yeah. The reason I have Kobe between 8 and 12 because every NBA publication and list that ever comes out for people that cover the NBA, that's usually the range he's in.
Come on, be your own thinker. Don't just parrot what you read. Be your own thinker. Deductively think this out for yourself. Don't just parrot what everybody else says. You're better. You're better than that.
I do leverage deductive reasoning, but I also extrapolate data and I look for the mean. And I use statistical process control and say, hey, where did he fall out? And I say somewhere between 8 and 12.
You do all that to come to the same conclusion everybody else did. I understand.
And that's good feedback. Feedback's a gift, Jeff, and I process it. Anyway, succinctly, I know the Cowboys are feeling good about themselves. They go in. It was almost a pick 'em game when they came out against the Chiefs. It's moved to 2.5. So I think the Chiefs are going to expose their defense. Every time I watch the Cowboys games and they throw a pitch left or run left, it's a 6 to 8 yard gain. And I just think they're going to run the ball. They're going to go play action, and Kelsey and Hill are going to abuse that defense. But I think the Cowboys are going to play well, and they're right there. But I'm going to take the Chiefs at home to cover the 2.5. Washington football team won their Super Bowl last year. Last week. They're going to experience the Brady hangover like all teams do. And I think they're going to go to the Panthers and with their renewed enthusiasm, and Panthers are going to cover the 3.5. The Packers and Vikings is basically a pick-em game. And I think the Scorched Earth tour continues for Rodgers, and I think they're favored by 1 point. I think they're going to cover the 1. I could talk about the Vikings because A. Marie's in New York. So, what's interesting is the Eagles are favored over the Saints.
Yes.
That surprises me.
Well, look at the quarterback situation. I mean, what you do trust the Saints with Trevor Siemian to do anything consistently?
No. Shohei Ohtani, I hope I pronounced that correctly, had just completed one of the greatest seasons in probably the last 75 years of baseball, and I was glad to see him win the MVP. And you know who hit another 9 3-pointers last night? Steph Curry. It's like a regular occurrence now. Hit another 9 3-pointers last night. I would love to see the day if they let him shoot 60 to 70 times. He would break 100 points. Anyway, thanks for letting me share a few thoughts. Enjoy your weekend, and you guys have a great one.
All right, see you. I'm down that's it falls where everybody else falls. I'm just saying, deductively reason it out. All right, 505-246-0610. I want to get into Lobo football on the Blue this weekend. Montana State's got a big game this weekend, JJ. I don't know if they're all their attention is going to be on the basketball game. They play Montana in football.
Ooh,
yeah,
crazy.
Kind of the same time. It's a big deal. Do you know Montana State's 9-1? Huh?
It's going to be popping.
Brent Vigen, V-I-G-E-N. How would you say that? He was Wyoming's offensive coordinator. He got the job at Montana State. He's 9-1 in his first year up there, up against Bobby Hauck. That's a big deal in Montana. But we'll talk about Montana State's basketball team coming into play, the Lobos, and get you ready for that as well. It's the opening drive. Gato Roberto is producing on the radio side. Adrian's got you on the TV side. I'm merely Jeff Symbieta, along with J.J. Buck on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
Panera believes in saying yes to the good things. Yes to mac and cheese.
I prefer to do stuff online. I can find things much quicker, do the research I need, and have it shipped or waiting for me to pick up. The Shop by Payments option was perfect for me. I got online, clicked on Shop by Payments, put in my down payment and monthly budget, and the guessing was done. From laptop, I was able to nail down the bike I wanted, add a few customizations, and get an estimate on my trade-in.
Hi, my name is Adrian Chavez Sr., proud owner, operator of Lobo Protective Services. We are also a proud member of ProView Networks, as well as so excited that New Mexico Youth Sports is back. In order to join our team, please join us at www.loboprotectiveservices.com.
Are you sure we're supposed to be doing this?
Don't worry, I've watched him do it 1,000 times. Come on, what's the worst that can happen?
No! Bad dog!
Hi, welcome to Car Crafters. What happened? Don't worry, we'll make it like it never happened.
Car Crafters, it's like it never happened.
Car Crafters is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Dream Style Roofing tops them all. When your roof's worn out and needs to be replaced, we're gonna do it right, put a smile on your face. There at home, things are looking up when you get your roof done by someone you can trust. Dream Style, a company name that's been around forever. No one does it better. You need a new roof, you know who to call. Dream Style Roofing tops them all.
A burglary takes place in the United States approximately every 15 seconds. International Protective Service is your answer for commercial and residential security in all of Albuquerque. IPS will work with your monitoring company for fast, reliable response times. You can rest easy knowing you, your family, or your company is watched over by International Protective Service. Call International Protective Service today.
Dreaming about that brand new Subaru? You know which one you want, but have you been able to really drive one yet? Whether you're online at fiestasubaru.com or ready to get out and drive the real thing, our Subarus are sanitized and ready to drive. There's never been a better time to fall in love with your new Subaru. So get driving now at Fiesta Subaru on Lomas or online at fiestasubaru.com to schedule your real test drive.
Jackson Compaction wants to help you keep your green and keep the community green as well. Jackson Compaction has worked hard to maintain the same prices since day one. Always easy and painless trash removal with professional crews and quality service. If it's non-hazardous waste, debris, or trash on your land, leave it to us. At Jackson Compaction, we're dedicated to ensuring the conservation of our environment. You trash it, we smash it. Jackson Compaction, we've earned a reputation for great results.
For your business or your home, Valley Fence stands alone. We're number one in New Mexico for a reason. It's the best fence you can own. Proudly serving New Mexico for over 50 years. At Valley Fence, the difference is clear. No fence too big, too small.
Esports Animal.
Big day for Lobo Athletics tomorrow. Cross country, looking for a national championship. They're going to, where's that? Do you know? I should know.
Tallahassee, Florida.
Oh, yeah, buddy. Sea level, baby. Let's go down to sea level. Get these runners.
What's up?
Yeah, that's such a big advantage. It's such a big advantage. And good luck to Joe and all of the competitors, that whole team. They've got a really, really, really legitimate chance at winning a national championship. And I believe, JJ, there have been 3 national championships won in the history of UNM Athletics, correct? That women's skiing and then the 2 women's national cross countries. And it doesn't happen a lot, man. This isn't Stanford where they got, we got 287 whatever national. No. This is a big deal around here. And the program that Joe's put together and those young ladies, and what do you say? We could probably put 2 teams out there and be competitive. So really rooting for him. 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, Lobo basketball back in the pit. They will play Montana State, a Big Sky program who is 1-2. Montana State got beat by South Dakota State the other day. Montana State is the only Big Sky opponent on the schedule this year. Any idea what the success is against how many in a row they've won or lost or against Big Sky? Lobos?
I wouldn't. I don't know.
Yeah, they've won 22 in a row.
22 in a row? That's okay. That's surprising.
Yeah, no, that was surprising to me too. Last time Lobos lost to a Big Sky opponent was the 84-85 season.
Wow.
That was Northern Arizona. So they've won 22 in a row. Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me because you figure somewhere along the line over the last few seasons they were going to get
the last few years.
Yeah, I mean, when South Dakota State isn't a Big Sky program, but that one surprised me a little bit. Saquon Singleton is eligible to play. I don't know how much you'll see him. I'll ask Richard Patino that in the pregame show. You can listen over on News Radio. KKOB tomorrow. We'll be on the air at 1:30 tomorrow. But a couple of things that really have caught my eye as we go through this. Lobos have 30 steals over the first 3 games of the season. I think that's a big deal. Lobos have already matched last season's total of games with double-figure steals. That's 2. So they're playing well on defense. The fact that 7 different Lobos have posted a double-figure scoring game this season, to me, is coming off of last year where you were struggling so much, and if McQuatch Malwatch wasn't getting you points, you didn't know where they were coming from. To me, that's a really, really big sign. If you don't include freshmen, 5 Lobos have already set, because everything's a career high for a freshman. 5 Lobos have already set a career high in scoring in their first 3 games of the season. Jamal House had 30 against Florida Atlantic. Jalen House. Jamal Mashburn Jr. had 20 Colorado. Jethro Muscadin with 18 against Florida Atlantic. Taryn Todd 16 against Grambling. And Javante Johnson 16 against Grambling. So I've given you numbers that more so to me are trends that lead you to be encouraged about what you're seeing and the vast difference in what we're watching from this year to last year.
And it's just that, like, bend but don't break.
Okay.
Like, it's hard to describe Lobos defensively because think at times they're not going to be good. And part of it's too just the possessions of it. They're going to play more high-scoring games just because of their style, their backcourt, because that suits who they are, and they're not going to slow it down. But they make up for it by what you just read off. How pesky that backcourt is, the steals, the transition basketball, that's going to be huge. And just the overall confidence of this group. From the unknown, but you watch them, they're exciting, they're working together. And this is going to be an interesting game because you look at Montana State, and you've been saying it, and you've been screaming it since you watched them play Colorado, but their best player, their leading scorer, Jubilee Bello, is a 6'9" forward. And so that's going right at the weakness of this Lobos basketball team. Is Montana State's coming out, punching it inside, going, how are you going to stop our leading scorer in the post? And then on the flip side, the Lobos are going to be like, okay, but we got a Jalen House.
Yeah.
We got a Jamal Mashburn. Have fun stopping them.
Yeah, Jabril Bello is a scorer, and he's good, and we'll see. They're on the road. They just got beat badly by South Dakota State the other day, and let's see how they bounce back. But another opportunity for Lobo basketball. They get Western on Monday. So you've got this game, the game on Monday, and then the two games Thursday, Friday in Vegas against UAB, and then either San Francisco or Towson.
I will say tomorrow.
Yeah.
I love what the university is doing. So we're always talking about fan bases in the future. It is Kids Day.
Love that.
For UNM men's basketball. So if you buy an adult ticket, you can get one free youth ticket. So your son, your daughter, your niece, your nephew, any kid in your life that wants to do something, take them to a basketball game.
Yeah.
It's a huge opportunity.
This is, and for them to continue to get the younger generation involved with Lobo basketball, this is a big deal. It is a Saturday afternoon. It is not a school day, not a school night. It's not too early. It's not too late. It's not too cold. It's not. It's
just right.
This is kind of right in your zone. And if you haven't seen the team, and you've heard about their exciting, this is a really good app. And it doesn't interfere even if you want to watch Lobo football, right? That's at night. If you've got somebody's 50th birthday party, that's probably in the evening, right?
You can do a little multitasking. If you listen to Jeff Symbieta call the game while you're watching it, at halftime, you can throw on a little women's basketball in your ear.
You got a game. You're going to you got a game Saturday?
Yeah.
Where are you at? You're in Houston Saturday?
Houston Cougars.
That's right.
For
whatever reason, I thought you were going to Houston. You've told me this 15 times. You're going
back weekends. We're going to Houston.
Okay, so you are going next week too.
Yes.
All right.
So I'm. The Lobos and I are going to Houston. The Houston Cougars tomorrow, so it's 3:00 Mountain Time.
So you're going out tonight?
Yes.
All right.
First road game of the season, and it's going to be the first test. This is a Houston team that's picked third in the American Athletic Conference. Returned 6 players that started games last year for them. It's going to be a good test, the first challenge of the year, and excited to see this team on the road.
I'll tell my guy Wes Henderson that you're coming to see him, and make sure he takes.
I was expecting Wes to possibly pop around.
Well, so let's see if he's going in the next break.
I might need a ride somewhere.
Yeah, we'll take a look and see.
Might save me an Uber.
You know what? I have a feeling that he would probably do that for you. I think he would probably do that for you. All right, 505-246-0610. 888-922-0610. Your emails are coming in this morning, and I'll get to those. Jeff at sportsanimalabq.com. JJ at sportsanimalabq.com. Football on the road at Boise State. What did I say, 36-point dog? Is that what they are? Low football at Boise? Why are you looking at me?
I don't remember. I thought it was high 20s yesterday, right. But if it changed that fast.
Yeah, maybe it was 27. Yeah, no, you're right. New Mexico State was 36 points at Kentucky, and Lobos are 20-something. We asked the question yesterday about the offensive line. I guess we've asked it all year. And I started looking into it a little bit, and I run all of this by you. I mean, obviously, Teton Saltis was a big deal. And you lose a pro, that's a big deal. I don't know if you and I knew this, but Kyle Stapley, who's now playing guard and not playing center anymore, tore both his ACL and the MCL in the last game of the season last year against Fresno State. And he finished that game, by the way, on a torn ACL and MCL. He's a man, and he didn't return until mid-August. And look, as good as he is, he probably hasn't been the same, right? He's coming off of an ACL and MCL injury.
And that's not even a year.
No, man. I mean, that's throwing you back in 6 months.
And you already see all these linemen with their size and what they're carrying around, the pressure that's already put on their knees, and they all have like gigantic braces.
Yeah. They moved Austin Cook to tackle, right? And I don't, he was playing on the same side with Teton last year, and I don't know if he's progressed to the level that maybe they were hoping that he has. Cade Briggs probably needed to get better.
He's young. He's still a sophomore.
Yeah, he's young.
And and that's one that I'm looking at. I've talked to some people, especially Ned James, about this, and he likes Cade Briggs. He just thinks he's a guy that probably needs to slide inside.
Okay.
And so if the Lobos can figure out the tackle positions, that's huge for any football team. Because how much do we talk about left tackles in the NFL draft?
A lot.
Or the right tackle. Because the tackle can help cover up some of what happens at guard and even center. Because I know they really like Jang, the young center that's been playing as they move Kyle Stapley to guard.
Right.
So if you can find the tackle, slide Briggs inside, all right, all of a sudden you're developing Briggs, Jang, get better at the tackle positions, they'll start taking steps forward next year.
And Jang's been getting more time and helping a lot since the Wyoming game, and so you're seeing it there. But there's questions and then there are answers, and that's a big part of what's happening this year. Is that offensive line. So hopefully that helps explain it a little bit and why it is what it is this year. 505-246-0610. That's how to get to us. When we get back, I want to talk a little bit about your guy AB allegedly with a fake COVID vax card. Allegedly. Can I suggest you get over to All In Autographs? All In Autographs is a have you been there? Did you go?
Well, I'm going to tell you, you're not getting anything fake at All In Autographs.
No, I promise you, nothing's fake at All In Autographs. It's all authenticated. It's all shown to be real stuff. And if you look through it, the stuff that's amazing. I love the one piece that's got the picture of Michael Jordan, Muhammad Ali, and Tiger Woods, and all original signatures on it. There's so much cool stuff in there. If you are looking for a holiday gift, stop by there. Go by the website at allinautographs.com, and then go see them at 2225 Wyoming Northeast, just south of Manal. It's in the east side of the Hoffmantown Plaza, and you will find something that you're going to want, but certainly you're going to find something as a gift. And right now they got the red and green sale going on. So that means there's red and green stickers on selected items throughout the store. Those items are 20 to 40% off. Every framed jersey in the store, and there are a lot, every framed jersey 20% off for the rest of the year. Tell them you heard about All In Autographs from me. Say, the guy on the radio, the idiot on the radio, I listen to the Sports Animal, whatever. You will get $50 off any item of $200 or more. And there's so much cool stuff in there. It's like a museum. Ask them about their VIP club. You'll get the newsletter. You'll get invited to special events, wine and whiskey tastings, cigar nights. You'll meet the celebrities who come through there. Go by and check them out. All In Autographs, 2225 Wyoming Northeast. You can call them at 505-504-7575 or visit them online at allinautographs.com.
Clark's Pet Emporium.
We here at Clark's Pet Emporium welcome you to bring in your pets. We know that having your pet with you makes the experience of shopping for them even better. And we welcome you to bring your kids also. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
I prefer to do stuff online. I can find things much quicker, do the research I need, and have it shipped or waiting for me to pick up. The Shop by Payments option was perfect for me. I got online, clicked on Shop by Payments, put in my down payment and monthly budget, and the guessing was done. From laptop, I was able to nail down the bike I wanted, add a few customizations, and get an estimate on my trade-in.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
We here at Clark's Pet Emporium welcome you to bring in your pets. We know that having your pet with you makes the experience of shopping for them even better. And we welcome you to bring your kids also. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
I'm Ben Lucero, president and owner of Indigo Mortgage. We are a locally owned and operated mortgage company right here in New Mexico. This means your loan officers and processors are right here to serve you. Our mortgage divisions include residential, commercial, construction, reverse mortgages, and VA mortgage loan. Indigo Mortgage, because nobody cares more about your mortgage loan.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
Hi, my name is Adrian Chavez Sr., proud owner, operator of Lobo Protective Services. We are also a proud member of ProView Networks, as well as so excited that New Mexico Youth Sports is back. In order to join our team, please join us at www.loboprotectiveservices.com.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
You trusted your home or business security to a company with an armed response. They sold out to a national corporate giant, and you're stuck on the brink of less security. I'm Aaron Jones, owner of International Protective Service. IPS isn't for sale. I'm invested here, and I care about your home and business as if it's my own. Let the highly trained armed guards or 24-hour patrols of IPS protect what's yours. With faster response times to catch criminals and less associated costs. Call 897-2420 or go to ipsglobal.com.
When looking for the best experience while buying an all-new Kia, Fiesta Kia offers some of the most knowledgeable and friendly Kia specialists in New Mexico. They'll help you find the Kia that will meet all your expectations. Kias have some of the most affordable vehicles for you to choose from, offering
Well, that's the smoothest transition we've had in months to this. You know what I mean? You're a pro, is what I'm saying.
I'll come in and show Amory how it's done. You have got to show me how you sneak that breath in there without me noticing.
That was a good one, huh?
That was.
Yeah, that was a Gato Roberto's backhoe. Well, and then she cuts it off right away. So instead of just letting him go,
Well,
I mean, how do you not like this song? Doesn't this song make you feel better?
yeah, this one I go up and down.
You ever watch the video?
No, I haven't.
Look at the video. Video's just classic.
Okay.
All right, we're hoed now.
All right.
My head's a little light. All right, 505-246-0610, 888-922-0610. Jeff Symbieta, JJ Buck. Tis your opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal. You want me to start? I got a stack of these emails. You want me to start getting through a few of them? Rod says, fitty, Jefferson. Those are the odds I put on Bryson Carroll getting snaps early in the game tomorrow. What do you put the odds on Bryson Carroll, who was a graduate assistant coach 2 weeks ago, maybe 3, getting snaps at quarterback in the first half tomorrow? It's very specific.
50-50. I'll take the 50 where he won't get a snap in the first half.
All right. What about? I think he may get a snap or two in the game.
Yes.
But I don't know that. I mean, whatever. Okay. Dan says timing's perfect, Jeffrey. Juan Jose. Regresando, Gato Roberto, y no Ana Maria. Timing is perfect to have Gato Roberto back. Actually, Dan's been on you for this, and he's been calling you out. After Gato Roberto's Houston Baptist scout, where he told us how good Houston Baptist is he surprised the Huskies are 0-10, that's no wins, 10 losses, facing their toughest test of the season, an 18th-ranked Incarnate Word who's battling for a conference championship?
That does surprise me a little bit, based on what I was reading. But then again,
he's watching every week. He sends me their score. Gato Roberto told us they're so good. They're 0-2, 0-3, 0-5, 0-12. Well, they're 0-10.
Well, on paper, they looked good. Unfortunately, the game is not done on paper.
That's the absolute truth. All right.
Well, how about the fact?
Yes.
And I'll give Bob some help here.
Yep. Thank you. Break. I need all I can get.
That their offense coordinator, quarterback, and 2 wide receivers went to Western Kentucky.
Yeah.
A team that is now 5-1 atop their division in Conference USA with that starting quarterback and coach and receivers. They just didn't factor that in.
Makes it even tougher.
Does make a change.
Yeah, makes it even tougher, I think.
No, but if you're reading some earlier reports and you didn't go, these guys left, the coach,
Yeah. Makes it even tougher. Deutsch says, did 2015 destroy Boise State? Jeff, until a cold November night, there was a blue aura around the Broncos, especially when they played at home. Since then, they have a nice program, but they no longer seem invincible when playing in Idaho. It's from Deutsch. Did they lose their first 3 games on the blue this year? If I'm not mistaken. So did the Lobos going up there that day break Boise State's aura? Did it break the cloak of invincibility? The dome that hung over that stadium? I don't know. Certainly this year they have been mortal. Certainly this year on the blue, they have been mortal. Some of the magic that used to happen up there didn't happen as much. This is a 4-2 team who is 6-4 overall. They beat UTEP up there. They lost 21-20 to Oklahoma State, although I thought they outplayed Oklahoma State all that whole game, right? Didn't you? They lost to Nevada, 41-21 on the blue. They lost to Air Force, 24-17 in Albertson Stadium. So they are 2-3 at home this year. If New Mexico can somehow beat them, it would be their first under 500 season at home in Lord knows how forever, maybe. But yeah. Yeah. Hey, what do you want me to do, Bob? I mean, I know I'm right on the break. Want me to take the call or take the break? All right, take the call when we get back. 505-246-0610. Gato Roberto. No, he was that was the most stern he's been. And I'm like, yes, sir. It was good. No, it was good. It was a nice, firm, stern. Nope. Here's the decision. It's the opening drive. Gato Roberto's in today. Adrian, me, and JJ on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
We here at Clark's Pet Emporium welcome you to bring in your pets. We know that having your pet with you makes the experience of shopping for them even better. And we welcome you to bring your kids also. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
Hi, my name is Adrian Chavez Sr., proud owner, operator of Lobo Protective Services. We are also a proud member of ProView Networks, as well as so excited that New Mexico Youth Sports is back. In order to join our team, please join us at www.loboprotectiveservices.com.
A burglary takes place in the United States approximately every 15 seconds. International Protective Service is your answer for commercial and residential security in all of Albuquerque, IPS will work with your monitoring company for fast, reliable response times. You can rest easy knowing you, your family, or your company is watched over by International Protective Service. Call International Protective Service today.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
We here at Clark's Pet Emporium welcome you to bring in your pets. We know that having your pet with you makes the experience of shopping for them even better. And we welcome you to bring your kids also. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
You trusted your home or business security to a company with an armed response. They sold out to a national corporate giant, and you're stuck on the brink of less security. I'm Aaron Jones, owner of International Protective Service. IPS isn't for sale. I'm invested here, and I care about your home and business as if it's my own. Let the highly trained armed guards or 24-hour patrols of IPS protect what's yours. With faster response times to catch criminals and less associated costs. Call 897-2420 or go.
The Sports Animal.
Just got a text from a guy who told me not to go to a party on Saturday. You're going? But he said, good win for SDSU last night. Yeah, it was. Good win for San Diego State. Good win for Wyoming last night on the road. Wyoming beat Washington on the road. 2 Mountain West wins over the Pac-12 yesterday. 1 loss to the WAC. San Jose State got beat by Cal Baptist by a point. 10 o'clock today, New Mexico State will play on one of your ESPN networks. In the semifinals of the Myrtle Beach Classic, they will play Utah State. Aggie on Aggie. And it'll be a good litmus test again for New Mexico State, who looked good yesterday, pulled away from Davidson to win their first-round game 76-64. Teddy Allen had 22 for the Aggies. Jabari Rice, 17 in a nice-looking win for New Mexico State. 505-246-0610. All right, your guy, Antonio Brown. Now, I'm going to preface this by saying this is an accusation. But he must just be a bad dude. Because everybody except for Tom Brady who are around this guy seem to turn on him, whether it's massage therapists or former girlfriends or whatever. There's a story in the Tampa Bay Times. And of course, Antonio Brown is currently a receiver, the former Steeler, former Raider, former Patriot, now with the Buccaneers. The Times reported that there's a guy named Steven Ruiz. He's a former personal chef for Antonio Brown. He is telling the Times that Antonio Brown had his girlfriend, a model named Sydney Moreau, reach out to the chef over the summer to obtain a fake vaccination card, which said Brown had received the Johnson & Johnson shot. And according to text messages provided by this Ruiz, the chef, Moreau offered $500 for the fake card. Now, the chef, Stephen Ruiz, who's talking to the Times, said that he was unable to get a fake card for Antonio Brown, but that a few weeks later, Antonio Brown showed him fake cards that he had for himself and for his girlfriend that supposedly Antonio Brown told him had been purchased. Look, these are allegations, accusations. I'm going to guess this isn't the only guy in the world that's been doing it. But this is a guy who's got a history of issues. I don't know where this ranks. I don't know how big of a story I think this is. Buccaneers released a statement saying that they'd received completed vaccination cards from all of their players.
The answer to that question is it's a big story, because if we're going to get on Aaron Rodgers, we're just trying to pull one over. If a dude's faking vaccination cards, it just puts your team in a bad position because of it's going to cost them money if it's the case. Your teammates in a different position if a positive test comes up, just timetable that keeps you or your teammate out of a game at that point in time. And it's easy to believe because it's Antonio Brown, because he is not a good dude. There's no, to your point, how is Tom Brady somehow, some way, the only guy that believes in Antonio Brown? Of all people, it's Tom Brady.
I know.
Well, it's because Antonio Brown's good. He's good on the football
He's good at
field.
football.
He's a terrible dude off the field.
By all accounts. So why did this chef decide to go public? Right? I mean, you're always, all right, what's his motive? So Ruiz, the chef here, Stephen Ruiz, said that he went public with this accusation because Antonio Brown, this is a theme with Antonio, and it failed to pay $10,000, which was owed to him. A spokesperson for Ruiz gave the Buccaneers the names of 2 players with fake vaccine cards. This is what the Tampa Bay Times is saying. All vaccination cards were reviewed, the Buccaneers say. No irregularities were observed. Look, I mean, with all due respect, I don't know how hard it is to. I mean, the cards are pretty basic, right? They're little, I don't know, 3x3 cards or something. I don't know how big they are. They're pretty basic. I would assume they are insanely easy to replicate. And I don't know about yours, if you have been vaccinated, but mine just got, whoever did it, they wrote on it the date and a number, and I would assume it would not be very hard to forge these. Now, it is all entered into a database. The Department of Health has these records. So I imagine, JJ, the backup would be, is it incumbent upon each team then to take the information and verify with the Department of Health that the information being given them is valid? I imagine you want to believe that if a guy's coming to you, he's on your team, he shows you his Vax card, it's legit, right? I mean, that's what we're doing to get into the Isleta Amphitheater. It's when I went to see whoever I saw recently, Dave Matthews Band. Thank you. There you go, Toby.
Yeah.
Right, but we had to show that. But it's.
I'm immunized.
Fair enough. Thank you, Aaron.
Roger.
No, I appreciate that. See, no, but at least you're telling me you're immunized, and I think people understand now. Immunized is not being vaccinated.
No, it isn't.
And it never was, although it might have been implied.
Implied.
Yeah. Yeah.
And Tampa Bay is pushing back, saying they believe what they received from Antonio Brown was the real deal. And I love how it gets to, well, if you don't believe me, I'll do it on TV. Antonio Brown's attorney said, if you want him to get the booster, he'll do it on TV.
Whatever.
Now we believe you.
Aaron Rodgers got fined, what, $14,000? Is this worse? If it's true, these are allegations. Is this worse than Aaron Rodgers? Kind of pulling the wool over your eyes? Is it, and worse? Define worse. Is it more? Is it a bigger offense to the protocol that the league is trying to put forward? I'm not done with this conversation. I'm curious what you think. 505-246-0610.
And I got the numbers from Boise State at home.
I want numbers. I'm merely Jeff Symbieta sitting next to JJ Buck with Adrian and Gato Roberto on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the Sports Animal.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best. Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Don't sacrifice quality of flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, green and red chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier Cinnabons. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenpride@abq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs, proud supporter of ProView Sports Network.
Dream Style Roofing tops them all. When your roof's worn out and needs to be replaced, we're gonna do it right, put a smile on your face. There at home, things are looking up when you get your roof done by someone you can trust. Dream Style, a company name that's been around forever. No one does it better. You need a new roof, you know who to call. Dream Style Roofing tops them all.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
For your business or your home, Valley Fence stands alone. We're number 1 in New Mexico for a reason. It's the best fence you can own. Proudly serving New Mexico for over 50 years. At Valley Fence, the difference is clear. No fence too big, too small, or difficult. We handle them all at Valley Fence Company.
Dreaming about that brand new Subaru? You know which one you want, but have you been able to really drive one yet? Whether you're online at fiestasubaru.com or ready to get out and drive the real thing, our Subarus are sanitized and ready to drive. There's never been a better time to fall in love with your new Subaru. So get driving now at Fiesta Subaru on Lomas or online at fiestasubaru.com to schedule your real test drive.
I prefer to do stuff online. I can find things much quicker, do the research I need, and have it shipped or waiting for me to pick up. The Shop by Payments option was perfect for me. I got online, clicked on Shop by Payments, put in my down payment and monthly budget, and the guessing was done. From laptop, I was able to nail down the bike I wanted, add a few customizations, and get an estimate on my trade-in.
Hi, my name is Adrian Chavez Sr., proud owner, operator of Lobo Protective Services. We are also a proud member of ProView Networks, as well as so excited that New Mexico U Sports is back. In order to join our team, please join us at www.
And JJ Buck.
Game day for the Aggies. Pre-game day for Lobo football, Lobo basketball, men's, Lobo basketball, women's, Lobo cross country national championships. Aggie football, I mean, what a weekend you got in front of you. You had a football game last night. Patriots beat the Falcons 25-bagel. How about Atlanta has scored 3 points in the last 2 games? That is a National Football League team with a quarterback that you think is good.
Oh,
it's not the
right.
Jets with Mike White.
No.
We got to go there, too. Jeff Symbieta, J.J. Buck, 505-246-0610. I want to finish this AB conversation. So the Antonio Brown allegedly forged his COVID card, his vaccination card. The Tampa Times has a story out. There's a former chef that's saying, I got the text. He owes me $10,000, by the way, but here's the text. His girlfriend, Antonio Brown's girlfriend texts him, can you get the COVID cards? Ruiz said, I can try. She said, J&J shot. AB said he'd give you $500. $500? How cheap is that? I mean, for AB should be giving he won't give his chef, he won't pay him $10,000.
If he doesn't got $10,000.
He won't pay him his money. Yeah.
It's just so dumb.
All right, so my question is, and then we'll move off of this. If this is true, Aaron Rodgers got, $14,000 fine. Where is this in regards to the violation of the protocol? The deception. Aaron Rodgers flat out, and I know he lied. He said he was immunized.
Yeah.
He didn't say he was vaccinated. Oh, he's a liar. Everything he said. Why should I believe him? Did he lie?
He was, if you don't want it, you don't have to get it.
Yeah.
NFL players don't have to be vaccinated.
That's right.
The whole faking the vaccination card is pathetic. It's dumb and it's dangerous.
Yeah.
Because all right, you're going to start here. What else are you doing? Antonio Brown is just, he's dumb, man.
If it's true, his penalty should be what?
Probably at least double that.
Double that?
Because it's not.
Because that's absolute, flat out.
And even if Rodgers wasn't following some of the protocols,
and that's where Rodgers comes in, right? I mean, you look at Carson Wentz and Kirk Cousins, some of the other quarterbacks who have not been vaccinated. They're put on they're not vaxxed. They say they're not vaxxed. The world hasn't turned on them. People still cheer for them. They haven't been just
goes to straight who Antonio Brown is if this is true, and it's hard to believe that. I don't give Antonio Brown the benefit of the doubt on anything.
Well, this is. I'm not getting vaxxed, but I don't want to deal with the protocol. And understanding, nobody does. But that's how it is. Those are the rules. You don't have to. This comes down to you don't have to agree with them. At some point, you don't get to choose which rules you adhere to and which rules you don't. Right? If you're going to play in the National Football League, here's the rules. It's like if you're going to drive a car, you may think it's stupid. Why is it only 25 miles an hour? I'm going to go 45. Well, you don't get to make the rules. If you're going to drive a car, those are the laws. You don't have to. Aaron Rodgers sat there and said, "I don't understand why," and then he listed his things. You know what? There might even be some logic in some of that. There might be. For him to say, "I'm getting tested every single day. I know if I've got COVID." The guy who is vaccinated is getting tested once a week, and people are still getting COVID who have been vaccinated. I'm safe. It's safer to be around me than that. There might be some logic to that, but you don't get to make the rules. And decide which ones you're going to adhere to or not. Like to me, there's some sense in that. I know nobody wants to believe a word Aaron Rodgers has to say. He's a liar, and how can he do? Look, I'm not telling you what he did was right. I think it was dishonest. I think it was deceptive. But listen to some of the stuff. This to flat out forge. If to me, this is a different level kind of a thing.
Yes.
All right. Other football stuff. 505-246-0610. Well, I see you over there. I know you got a thought. I know you do. I see Bob Gato Roberto's in today.
Ready to pounce.
I see you kind of bouncing around, and I think I know you well enough when I know you got something to say.
Oh, I always have something to say. Fortunately, I keep my mouth shut a lot of times.
All right, you want to keep your mouth shut, or you want to?
No, it's with the whole thing. There is a difference between a law and a rule.
Correct.
But like here, we all have to be vaccinated.
Okay.
And if one of us showed a fake vaccination card, I think that person would get fired.
Okay.
So, where do you go?
Well, right. Okay, so we would get fired. I think that's right, because of probably all of the print and the stuff that we signed. I don't know if any of us really read every word of it, but I mean, we showed our card and we said, okay, check. I agreed to the terms and we moved on, right? And
right.
And that's a term of employment.
Right.
Okay. Yeah, and you're right. There's difference
when you
between
cross the business threshold as an employee, you lose a lot of rights that you think you have.
Correct. And yeah, you don't get arrested. You broke the rules, not the law, but you may lose your job.
Correct.
Okay.
So,
but there's consequences either way. The similarity,
yes,
is
there are
consequences, and that's where I'm drawing the analogy.
Yeah,
the speed limit, and you don't have to like the speed limit going down Lead Cole. You should think it's 40, but it's 25. If you get popped, there's a consequence. You don't get to choose which law, which rule you abide by. If you are opting to play in that league, work for this company, drive on those roads, then you've chosen to abide by the rules/laws.
Well, when you paid so much and you're the star, do the rules apply?
Well, I mean, you got fined $14,000. Yeah,
pocket change.
I get it. I get it. All right.
All right.
If you want to get in, you can. I'm curious as to your thoughts. 505-246-0610. A couple other things in the NFL this weekend. So Joe Flacco's starting for the Jets. Explain to me what the Jets
handles pressure better.
Okay. The Jets. I get it. Robert Saleh's got to win games, and your job is to win games. And you might even be able to convince me, although I don't know that I believe it, that Joe Flacco gives you a better chance to beat the Dolphins this weekend. What you're saying is, look, Mike White was a stopgap guy we gave a job to. He had one game. I don't know if Mike White is the guy we saw in the first outing or the second outing, and more likely somewhere in between. I know what I got with Joe Flacco. And I heard somebody, why does this guy keep getting run? He won a Super Bowl. He's a Super Bowl winning quarterback. That's why he keeps getting run. And I'm sure he's great in the quarterback room.
Dilfer or Matt
No, I got it. I get it. Why? For me, I know what Joe Flacco is. He's not my future. I don't believe Mike White is future. The only thing I can think of is why I wouldn't run Mike White out there is I don't want him to have another good performance and the noise to start swelling and somehow that people think he's better than Zach Wilson, who's not ready to play. That's the only reason I can think of to put Joe Flacco out there instead of Mike White.
What is worse in this situation than starting Joe Flacco over Mike White is how Robert Saleh has handled all this. Because earlier in the week, he made a comment along the lines of, man, y'all media, you just jump off someone after one bad performance. Mike's still got a long way to go. He's still a good quarterback. And then a couple days later, he's like, oh, Joe Flacco's starting this game because of the blitz. And you're like, what? Like, what are you doing, Robert Saleh? Like, that stuff is what it lights the fire.
Sure.
Is the words from your mouth to the press, to the fans, and then you do the complete opposite a few days later.
Yeah, but yes, and that's a rookie head coach not handling it well. Okay? But for the life of me, I don't understand why you would first face value. Do you believe Joe Flacco gives the Jets a better chance to beat the Dolphins on Sunday than Mike White?
No.
I'm not sure I do either. Well, he handles the blitz, but he might handle the blitz better. You think he does?
No.
I don't know. Where's he going? He can't get out of there. Like, okay, he can see it coming, so he can get sacked. He knows it's like, you want an earthquake or you want a tornado or a hurricane? I know a hurricane's coming.
Joe will call out where the blitz is coming from.
Okay, that's great.
And then it will hit him.
I don't know if Mike White's any good or not. He looked really good in one game. He looked really bad in another. Like, sample size of 2 is a little bit insufficient for me. And it should be for that coach. Like I told you, the only reason there was remember the swell
Just
amongst
Tua 2.0.
Who'd they beat? They beat somebody good, right? Who'd they beat?
The Titans.
Was that the Joe Flacco or the Mike White game?
No, the Mike White game was Bengals.
Yeah,
Excuse me.
they beat the Bengals with Mike White. And all of a sudden there was a swell in New York. Hey, we won a game. We got a quarterback. He's, I don't know, he might be better than Zach Wilson. All this garbage, right? Zach Wilson's your guy. The only reason I can think of is he wants to just squash any of that noise that there should be some sort of Mike White, Zach Wilson controversy. Can you give me another reason?
If that's the case, then he's a bad football coach.
Do you think that's part
not
of the
putting your team in the best position?
Do you think that's part of the conversation?
If it is, someone told him to do that because after that Mike White game, he said anything's possible. It could be Mike White. It could be Zach Wilson.
It could be Joe Flacco. If you're telling me anything's possible, then Joe Flacco's anything.
Zach Wilson coming back, but now all of a sudden they're covering for Zach Wilson.
Zach Wilson's the future. He's the number 2 overall pick. You know, a number 2 overall pick is always going to get love. Even if he's outplayed by an undrafted rookie, the undrafted rookie or second-year guy, whatever it is, Mike White is going to get sat down because I'm invested in this number 2 pick. You can look every day and say, damn, that undrafted kid looks like he's better. No, shh. We drafted that guy second. He's got to play. Until he turns into Jamarcus Russell. He's a great player. Deal with it. And then you blew up your organization. Now, this organization's already blown up. I don't get it. I don't dislike Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco had his run. He had his time. Joe Flacco's a statue who can stand there and read the blitz.
He had his time.
He did.
That's the statement.
Yeah. Yeah, I just this one for the life of me I don't get, and if you're a Jets fan, you've just got to be sitting there going, what the hell is going on?
It's just, if Mike White plays fine, if he has like one more good game, well, guess what? You got yourself a backup quarterback.
Terrific. Yeah,
not
find out what you have.
Throwing
I'm with
Zach
you.
Wilson to the Wolves yet.
Find out what you've got. Go play him these next couple of games. Yes,
media's gonna media. Fans are gonna fan.
New York media is gonna New York media.
But If they really feel that Joe Flacco gives him the best chance to win, that is a huge indictment on Mike White. And that was the 1 in a million Matt Flynn game.
Yeah, maybe. And that's got to be what that's telling you. All right, I got a ton of emails I got to get through. Hit the texter as well. 505-246-0610. It's the opening drive. Jeff, JJ, Gato, Roberto, and Adrian on 95.9 FM and AM 610 The Sports Animal.
The Jim Rome.
Are you sure we're supposed to be doing this?
Don't worry, I've watched him do it 1,000 times. Come on, what's the worst that can happen?
No! Bad dog!
Hi, welcome to Car Crafters. What happened? Don't worry, we'll make it like it never happened.
Car Crafters, it's like it never happened.
Car Crafters is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Dream style roofing tops them all. When your roof's worn out and needs to be replaced, we're gonna do it right, put a smile on your face. There at home, things are looking up when you get your roof done by someone you can trust. Dream Style, a company name that's been around forever. No one does it better. You need a new roof, you know who to call. Dream Style Roofing tops them all.
A burglary takes place in the United States approximately every 15 seconds. International Protective Service is your answer for commercial and residential security in all of Albuquerque. IPS will work with your monitoring company for fast, reliable response times. You can rest easy knowing you, your family, or your company is watched over by International Protective Service. Call International Protective Service today.
Dreaming about that brand new Subaru? You know which one you want, but have you been able to really drive one yet? Whether you're online at fiestasubaru.com or ready to get out and drive the real thing, our Subarus are sanitized and ready to drive. There's never been a better time to fall in love with your new Subaru. So get driving now at Fiesta Subaru on Lomas or online at fiestasubaru.com to schedule your real test drive.
Jackson Compaction wants to help you keep your green and keep the community green as well. Jackson Compaction has worked hard to maintain the same prices since day one. Always easy and painless trash removal with professional crews and quality service. If it's non-hazardous waste, debris, or trash on your land, leave it to us. At Jackson Compaction, we're dedicated to ensuring the conservation of our environment. You trash it, we smash it. Jackson Compaction, we've earned a reputation for great results.
For your business or your home, Valley Fence stands alone. We're number one in New Mexico for a reason. It's the best fence you can own. Proudly serving New Mexico for over 50 years. At Valley Fence, the difference is clear. No fence too big, too small, or difficult. We handle them all at Valley Fence Company.
We here at Clark's Pet Emporium welcome you to bring in your pets. We know that having your pet with you makes the experience of shopping for them even better. And we welcome you to bring your kids also. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quiet.
The Jim Rome Show is up next at 10, 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Lobo Hobo is concerned about me, JJ.
Uh-oh.
He says, what a hoe. Jeff, I thought you were going to blow out a vocal cord. And then, who would be the emergency Lobo basketball announcer for tomorrow? Or would Hunter have to go solo? I was concerned about that, too. He says, P.S., look at the massive Mountain West Conference contest tonight. Can UNLV win three straight? I don't think so. PPS, Gato Roberto bought into the preseason Kool-Aid Vic Sheely was serving. Remember Vic Sheely?
Yes.
Yeah, your coach at Houston Baptist.
Yes.
These guys are giving it to you. They're giving it to you.
I'm
Gato
just-
Roberto bought into that garbage.
Just saying.
No,
On paper.
Listen, here's something you got to learn. If you're going to dabble in sports talk radio, okay. First of all,
I don't think I even dabble.
preseason. No team has ever had a bad offseason. And there's never been a team that didn't work hard, whose staff isn't really prepared, and who doesn't love the way that the offseason and the work ethic is. They're never.
Troy Calhoun.
Fair enough. And he's 7-3.
Yeah. I don't know about my team, Jeff.
I just don't know what we got.
Takes all kinds.
And they're 7-3. All right, that's the only one. Fair enough. Fair enough.
So, and the earlier question on Boise State.
Yeah.
Did the Lobos break
them?
The Boise State home field advantage on the Blue? No. Because if you go to the following season, 2016, 0 home losses. 2017, 1 home loss. 2018, they lost 1 regular season home game and then a Mountain West title game. 19, 0 home losses. 1 home loss last year, and then the 3 this year.
So no is the answer. Now, have they ever been under 500 at home? Like ever? I don't know. That's. I mean, if the Lobos beat them tomorrow. Look, I mean, if the Lobos beat them tomorrow, Lobos are scoring 8 points a game. Lobos, since the third game of the season, from game 3 through game 10, they're scoring 8 points a game. They're going to have to score more than that. Is that fair? They're going to have to score more than 8 to win? Why are you laughing at me?
Is that fair? They're going to score more than 8 points?
Right? I'm just... I mean,
I'd be like 8 times 5.
I'm not looking to be pessimistic here. But they
Win the game?
Yeah, they got to score points.
8 times 6.
They can get off the field on third down. I think that's going to be a big thing tomorrow. Just try to keep the ball in control. But they got to get first downs. They can't go 3 and out all day. They've got to find a way to move the football and at some point put it in the end zone. Really, Jeff? They got to score to win? Yes. It's like basketball. Well, if they shoot well, yes. All right, Richard said burn through more quarterbacks. Ooh, this is a good one. It would be the Lobos. Who's burned through more quarterbacks, Broncos or Lobo football? Jeff, on that list you just read, I expected to hear Tavaka, Brand Hughes, etc. when we read the list of Bronco quarterbacks. It was 11 in 7 years, and you had the 1 year of 16 starts with Case Keenum. There's one, so if you take that out, it's 10 and 6. It's a lot of quarterbacks in the NFL, man. A lot of starting quarterbacks. Now, one of them was a COVID emergency, but okay. Bourne said, may I make a prediction? Of course you can. That's what we're here for. We're here for you to make predictions. When the dissection of the season begins, it starts with the struggling offensive line. Are we going to find out Kyle Stapley was more banged up than Lobo football was letting on? The answer, Bourne, I'm going to tell you is yes. I think, and I don't, this is something that I just kind of learned recently. Kyle blew out the MCL and the ACL in the last game of the season last year against Fresno State. And I just think about it. ACL and MCL. And he finished that game. He's a man. Spent the offseason rehabbing and throwing around hay on the farm. And he didn't get back until mid-August, a couple of weeks before the season started. So, yeah, I think Bourne, yes, I do believe that now how much of that will be addressed. I don't know if they're looking for excuses as much to look forward. But if you want a reason, and I always ask you, what's the differentiate between reasons and excuses. But, yeah, I think you'll find that out. Richard says statistical process control. Mean, ? Jeff, in other words, he guesses like everyone else. He's talking about Edwards' call, I think. Yeah, it's like everybody does. HB said, speaking of the Pumpkins, Jeff, could they get Russell Wilson from the transfer portal? Would Elway be willing to send half of Denver to Seattle to do so? So that's going to be an interesting offseason piece. Is Russell Wilson. Do you think he stays there after this season? They're not winning. He's not been healthy. Is Russell Wilson – Aaron Rodgers going to be there? Like, does Denver go for the Aaron Rodgers, Russell Wilson fix?
You have to see what it would cost. You have to.
Yeah. Rudy, good day, sir.
Good day. Well, it's Happy Friday, isn't it? We survived another week.
Oh.
So in deference to that, I'm wishing all of my teams the best of luck. New Mexico's got a full slate. Is volleyball playing too? Are they still going?
Yes.
Okay. So, that's a full slate. You got to pray for a miracle, hope for a miracle up in, Boise. I know Boise, if they have to reach back all the way to 2015 to try to find motivation for this game, then maybe UNM does have a chance.
Well, I don't think that. None of those guys were there. I don't even know if an equipment manager was still there.
None of the coaches were there. None of the players were there. So as far as I'm concerned, that's a history lesson. And maybe we find some motivation out of it because that was a 27-point underdog that night?
I think it was north of 30, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. So the only thing crazier than betting on college football is betting on pro football.
Truth.
To segue.
Truth.
I've gone there, looked at the thing, and said, nah, I think I'm going to pass because it's not just picking the game, it's picking the points. And I don't know who does those, and I don't know what kind of Ouija board they use, but there's some kind of devilry or something's going on there. Have you ever noticed this half-point thing?
Well, that's the key.
That half point is pretty significant.
Yes.
It's
I ever
like George
noticed
Carlin
it.
said, you don't think anything about a crumb, but you break a crumb in half, and what do you have? 2 crumbs.
You have 2
You know,
crumbs.
you don't have one, you have 2. So I don't bet on pro sports until maybe the end of the year when I think I might have a beat on something.
And you realize
No,
you
it
don't.
takes is a guy like Mike White, who to come in and wreck everything, you know. So I'm just sticking to watching. I think Michigan will do okay against Coach Loxley and the Maryland Terrapins.
They should. Yes.
I think they can cover that one. You know, if I was going to bet a game, that would probably be the one I'd cover. They're on the road, and they're tuning up for Ohio State. So maybe someday Michigan will beat Ohio State again. I remember when we won like 6 or 7 in a row.
What do I got?
Ohio
Michigan
State
basketball
fans didn't like
tonight against UNLV? Is that what I saw tonight?
Yeah, and you know they got to come back. That was a rough loss against Seton Hall, but I noticed one thing about Juwan Howard. At a point in that game, he said, "Okay, you want to do it your way? Go ahead," and sat on the bench and just let him. And I think that's the learning lesson. And you're going to do what that cat says, or you're not going to have the practice the next day that you thought you were going to have. He really is a good coach. And speaking of good coaches, I'm really impressed with Richard Pitino and what he's been able to do. This is nothing short of, because last year it was, ended up being worse than a dumpster fire. And I'm glad kids like Javante Johnson and Quach and, guys that were on that squad, Jeremiah Francis and Saquon Singleton are getting a chance to get coached and play in the pit, because I think that's going to elevate their play too.
Yeah, and I'm glad that Saquon's back. All right, enjoy the weekend. I know you shall.
I will.
1 month till
Y'all
Bowl
take
Day.
care.
See you. 1 month till Bowl Day, by the way. And Rudy reminds me, today's the last day to take advantage of the 3-day sale, New Mexico Bulls 3-day sale. Take advantage of that. Tickets are $30. They're going up to $40 on the first of the month. They'll go back up to $35 tomorrow. But take advantage of this. Every order will be entered into a drawing for upgrades, end zone club, VIP tailgate party, parking, all those things, and you get a discount on the tickets. So take advantage of that. The New Mexico Bowl is back, and we're next month. I can't believe it. 4 weeks from tomorrow, man, which is insanity to me.
Look at you having to do some work.
So I don't do anything all year. It's and then
bowl week. I guess
know.
we should put together a football game.
Yeah, we'll put it together now. Damn, yeah, but it's coming. 505-246-0610. If you want to take advantage of that 3-day sale, you can go to NewMexicoBowl.com, and we do use the Lobo Ticket Office, which is 925-LOBO, 925-5626. Tell them you want to take advantage of the New Mexico Bowl 3-day sale. It is discounted tickets, and I think we're going to have a fun year. I think just coming back and celebrating being back, and I don't know who's coming. I wish I did. I'm starting to see predictions that are looking. But I always tell people, man, I love Jerry Palm and Schlabach and all these guys, but how often are those predictions right, and how often does something fall out of the sky?
It changes days before.
It changes.
Things happen. Like,
so
you know what?
Yeah.
We'd actually like this team to go over here, so we'll do this, that. It's the bowl business, baby.
We're part of a business. I'm part of a system. The New Mexico Bowl is, of which we are not the head. We're not the head of the snake, and so sometimes there's some reaction that dictates what we do. But looking forward to it. Guys over at ProView put together a really nice commercial for us that's on the air. Bob Odenkirk was nice enough to cut some video for us that's on our website. So hope you'll take advantage of that and see you out there. All right, we'll get back into your conversation when we get back. 505-246-0610. Fellas, how you living? How you feeling? Feeling well? You heading into the back end of the year like you want to? If not, if you're feeling sluggish, maybe you're tired too often, you put on a few extra pounds, or even you're dealing with erectile dysfunction, may I strongly suggest you call NuMale? NuMale is a men's health clinic. They're here in Albuquerque. They have been helping men all over the country deal with these very natural things for years. NuMale's industry-leading testosterone replacement has men feeling like themselves again. Call NuMale at 505-652-1688. That's 505-652-1688, or visit NuMale, that's NuMale.com. You will feel better. Guys all over the country are doing this. Look, the bottom line on this, fellas, is the results. It works. I've heard stories from men, many men, who called NuMale, made the appointment, made the commitment, gone in, and they said, thank you. Thanks for turning me on to this. It's worth the phone call, isn't it, to feel better? As you head into the back end of the year, most hectic time of the calendar, take care of yourself and do it for you. 505-652-1688 or visit newmail.com and feel like you again.
Look at you, bro.
I prefer to do stuff online. I can find things much quicker, do the research I need, and have it shipped or waiting for me to pick up. The Shop by Payments option was perfect for me. I got online, clicked on Shop by Payments, put in my down payment and monthly budget, and the guessing was done. From laptop, I was able to nail down the bike I wanted, add a few customizations, and get an estimate on my trade-in.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
We here at Clark's Pet Emporium welcome you to bring in your pets. We know that having your pet with you makes the experience of shopping for them even better. And we welcome you to bring your kids also. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
I'm Ben Lucero, president and owner of Indigo Mortgage. We are a locally owned and operated mortgage company right here in New Mexico. This means your loan officers and processors are right here to serve you. Our mortgage divisions include residential, commercial, construction, reverse mortgages, and VA mortgage loan. Indigo Mortgage, because nobody cares more about your mortgage loan.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
Hi, my name is Adrian Chavez Sr., proud owner, operator of Lobo Protective Services. We are also a proud member of ProView Networks, as well as so excited that New Mexico Youth Sports is back. In order to join our team, please join us at www.loboprotectiveservices.com.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
You trusted your home or business security to a company with an armed response. They sold out to a national corporate giant, and you're stuck on the brink of less security. I'm Aaron Jones, owner of
The Sports Animal.
All right, I got a Bobcat special for you from Todd. Bobcat, you ready?
Sure.
Who is Sebastian Munoz? State of New Mexico's new infrastructure czar, Clubhouse leader at this week's pro golf event, Aaron Rodgers COVID advisor, starting quarterback for Stigford's Ravens this weekend if Lamar Jackson can't go, or just named the MLB Rookie of the Year. He made it 5, best out of 5, multiple choice 5. He's a golfer. Yeah.
Thanks. The name, this is why I don't do sports talk.
Yeah, that's right.
Because I can't remember my own name sometimes.
What is your name? Tato Roberto. Well, you're called so many damn things.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, how would you
most
remember
of them most of them are repeatable.
I know my name, and I know what I've answered to.
Yeah, I don't even remember the question.
Yeah, careful. That's all right. All right. Hello, Howard. How are you today?
Well, I'm not too bad. How about you guys?
Bright-eyed, bushy-tailed, and ready to excel, sir.
Yeah, poor Bobcat. He makes one slip-up scouting, and now he's going to be busted down to scouting flag football leagues,
If that.
Yeah, well, anyway, another quarterback, you guys talking about Russell Wilson and Aaron Rodgers being on the move this offseason. What do you think about Matt Ryan? I think Matt Ryan has some gas, something left in the gas tank, but you just don't know what's going on with that offense in Atlanta.
Well, I know what's going on with them. They scored 3 points in 2 games. I know what's going on with them. I just watched them.
Yeah, but I mean, it seems to me like Matt Ryan is still a pretty decent quarterback and with something left in the tank, and maybe he'll land somewhere else. But,
Joe, he
I don't
reminds
understand
me.
why Mike White is not playing this weekend.
Howard,
I can't wrap my head around that one.
Matt Ryan feels to me 2 years behind Joe Flacco right now.
Yeah, but I mean, I don't know. I feel like the guy's got a little bit left there, but I guess not. Anyway, I'm glad to hear the New Mexico Bowl coming back to Albuquerque, getting out of Frisco this year. Meanwhile, you did a hell of a job last year pulling that off.
It wasn't easy, man. It wasn't all that fun either, but I'm
yeah,
glad we
I'm
did
sure
it.
it wasn't. But Edwards Patriots are still looking better and better every week, and my Cowboys are going to hang on to that 2-game lead so I can extract a $100 bill out of old Edward there.
That's right. You guys got that big giant bet. Who's going to win more? Although his team is coming on hard, aren't they?
Yeah, old Bill Belichick, I guess he does know what he's doing, right?
I'm going to go out on the limb here, but I think he's a pretty good coach.
I think he is. How much more of a ceiling do you think Mac Jones has? I mean, obviously the kid's still going to get better, but he's looking pretty decent right now.
Look, I don't care, and I'm curious where you are on this. I don't care if he's a system quarterback or not, because I've been told everybody is. And to the point that he's in a better situation than most of these other guys, that's fine. He still has to perform. He still has to execute. And that young man was 22 for 26. I'm going to tell you, I think his ceiling's higher than most people believe it is. You think I'm out of my mind?
Tom Brady 2.0.
No, I'm not saying Tom Brady.
No.
Nobody's Tom Brady. But, I mean, can we talk Matt Ryan? Can he be a Matt Ryan? And that was
You don't want him to be a Matt Ryan.
Why? That guy had a hell of a career.
28-3.
Guy, okay. He got to the Super Bowl, had a hell of a career. Was it his fault? Was it Matt Ryan's fault they lost the Super Bowl?
I'm telling you.
I think he has a little bit more of a ceiling than just Matt Ryan. I really think.
Who is he?
Joe Flacco.
Joe Flacco won a Super
Bowl winning quarterback.
Man, you guys are being brutal. I think Mac Jones has a little bit more ceiling than that.
Those
So I
two
guess
guys
time
are
will
been,
tell, won't it?
well, hold on. I think those two guys have had good NFL careers. Wouldn't you be satisfied? Like if you had a starting quarterback, Matt Ryan, your franchise had a starting quarterback for over a decade, you wouldn't be satisfied with that? You don't think that's good?
Well, it is good.
Win
but,
me
I
a
mean, if you're going to go ahead and make those comparisons, you might as well compare him to Tony Romo as well.
Okay. Wouldn't that be good?
Yeah,
Tony
that would
Romo?
be good. But, Mac Jones is going to win a Super Bowl or two in his lifetime
So
if
did
he
Joe
sticks
Flacco.
around Bill Belichick.
Yeah, so did Joe Flacco. All right, man. Enjoy the weekend.
Later, guys.
See you. I mean, I don't think that's bad. It was that a knock on Mac Jones to say he could be like Flacco or Ryan or I mean, those guys were good. They are good NFL quarterbacks.
I'm on board with
This goes to your point, though, and you've said this so many times. If you're not Mahomes or Brady, then you're not very good. People don't want any part of it. If you're not the best thing ever, then we got to move on.
Mm-hmm.
It's not good enough to be a Matthew Stafford or
Jared Goff. in L.A.
Well, Ryan. Guys who have had, hell, Tony Romo. Guys who have had good NFL coach. Andy Dalton. That isn't good enough. Marty, good morning. Did I not do that right? Hello, Marty.
Good. Looking forward to this weekend's matchup, Dak versus Mahomes, talking to quarterbacks. Now, if Dallas were to lose, I still think they're playing for the best record only because the Rams keep losing. The Cardinals have injuries. The Packers have some tough games coming up. We'll see. We'll find out more about them. Defense looks really good for Green Bay. It's crazy to think, too, that Dak and the Cowboys offense almost went for 600 yards against that Patriots defense. Because that's a pretty good defense, that Patriots defense. And I believe the Cowboys had over 500 yards, and Belichick wasn't too happy about it. And I think that was the first time any team under the Belichick era had gone into New England and put up over 400 yards of offense. So this game should be explosive. Looking forward to it. I think we're going to find out more about what kind of team the Chiefs are going forward. I know they beat kind of a lowly Raiders team, a team that, has had some really bad breaks with a couple of players and, of course, the incident with Gruden. So can't really get a measure as to how good the Raiders are other than they're just trying to survive.
Yep.
So it should be a really good game. I know the quarterback talks are always surrounding certain players, but I really believe Dak's in that top 3 to 5 conversation, only because he's got one thing that a lot of people don't have in the quarterback. He's got a lot of moxie. I saw it as a rookie. He doesn't get rattled. He doesn't let criticism get to him. And you can tell the guy works on his game. You could tell how he's evolved from like the first couple of years. He kind of broke some of the bad habits. And I've always felt that he was a guy that could sling it down the field. They used to call him Dink and Dak and all that. I was like, no, that's not who he is. You guys aren't really watching the game. You guys are wanting to see what you want to see, but he can really fling it down the field, and he's got the weapons to do it. And he doesn't care who he throws to. Cowboy fans will attest to that. He'll throw to Noah Brown. If you're open, he'll get you the damn ball.
That's right.
Yeah. So it should be a hell of a game. Looking forward to it. Hope my bets go the right way. It's been kind of a crazy year betting. Vegas has been really off on their lines. I don't know if it's purposely, but college as well. Bama's had a hard time covering certain games. I almost thought they weren't going to cover the Aggie game last week, but
but they did at 51.5.
They did. It's been a crazy year, so we'll see. Good
All
week
right,
of football, and it's week till week, fella.
Enjoy the weekend.
Chill out.
See ya. Edward said that both Matt Ryan and Joe Flacco had better overall careers than Tony Romo. He said nobody can dispute that. Howard did dispute it. He said he believes that Romo was the more talented, which might be fair. Ryan won a league MVP. Like if I told you Mac Jones was going to have a Matt Ryan career, and you're a Patriot fan, wouldn't you take that?
I do not think that even football fan, the dude that sits there watching Red Zone, on their couch after the Cowboys game is over, would tell you that Matt Ryan won an NFL MVP.
Okay,
like it's a forgotten MVP.
I just told you.
He is that. He is good. He was good.
He went to a Super Bowl, was up 28-3 on Tom Brady in the Super Bowl. It's not his fault they lost that game.
Kyle Shanahan's fault. Got to close the game. Got to be a closer.
Close the game.
Matt Ryan at this point is, you got your old Subaru. Like, I love this car.
And it
got 200,000 miles on it.
Gets,
and you just change oil, and you're like, you know what? It's got 100,000 more.
Just got
like, I don't know. We'll see.
I invested new tires and an oil change. I'm riding it until I
like, all right, we'll see.
That's fair. 505-246-0610. Keep them coming. We'll get back to you. I got emails as well. The demand for security for homes and businesses is increasing every day. You add to that, some security businesses are changing the rules for current customers, and more people are calling Aaron Jones and IPS, so Aaron needs more officers. If you are retired law enforcement, former military, you've got security experience, IPS needs you, and they need you now. You'll be working for a company that is passionate about stopping crime, protecting homes, businesses, and families, and making Albuquerque a better place to live. Call them at 897-2420. That's 505-897-2420, or visit ipsglobal.com. You can fill out an application online. You will get world-class training and protect and serve your community. For those of you in need of security, like me, I trust IPS. IPS can put alarm systems in your home now. And if they go off, IPS responds. They'll still respond to any alarm system. But if you don't have one, call IPS and they will set you up for unmatched security. Don't wait to be a victim. Sleep better at night knowing IPS is watching your business. Be confident during the day they've got eyes on your home while you're not there. 505-897-2420. That's 505-897-2420 or visit ipsglobal.com.
You trusted your home or business security to a company with an armed response. They sold out to a national corporate giant, and you're stuck on the brink of less security. I'm Aaron Jones, owner of International Protective Service. IPS isn't for sale. I'm invested here, and I care about your home and business as if it's my own. Let the highly trained armed guards or 24-hour patrols of IPS protect what's yours. With faster response times to catch criminals and less associated costs. Call 897-2420 or go to ipsglobal.com.
When looking for the best experience while buying an all-new Kia, Fiesta Kia offers some of the most knowledgeable and friendly Kia specialists in New Mexico. They'll help you find the Kia that will meet all your expectations. Kias have some of the most affordable vehicles for you to choose from, offering extensive options and style for the price. And with a 10-year, 100,000-mile warranty, Kia won't be beat. Come be a part of the Fiesta family today, 7400 Lomas Boulevard Northeast, or start driving now at fiestakia.com.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS Network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
We here at Clark's Pet Emporium welcome you to bring in your pets. We know that having your pet with you makes the experience of shopping for them even better. And we welcome you to bring your kids also. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment. For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
These are more than just the sounds of a safe place to go after school. These are the sounds of interest being ignited and of mentors making an impact. At Boys and Girls Clubs, we don't do just one thing. We do whatever it takes to meet the needs of every kid who comes through those doors. Because whatever it takes is what it takes to build great futures. Great futures start here.
Hi, my name is Adrian Chavez Sr., proud owner, operator of Global Protective Services. We are also a proud member of ProView Networks, as well as so excited that New Mexico Youth Sports is back. In order to join our team, please join us at www.loboprotectiveservices.com.
A burglary takes place in the United States approximately every 15 seconds. International Protective Service is your answer for commercial and residential security in all of Albuquerque. IPS will work with your monitoring company for fast, reliable response times. You can rest easy knowing you, your family, or your company is watched over by International Protective Service. Call International Protective Service today.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
The energy landscape is limitless and ever-changing. Cleaner energy resources are crucial to New Mexico's environment.
888-922-0610. Brought to you by Quan's Auto Care Collision and Repair. 95.9 FM and AM 610. The Sports Animal.
Time for another JJ Buck. Get off my lawn, my rocks, because I have zero escaping. When you have a long line of cars to merge on the freeway, why is the head car the slowest, creating no room for others behind them to zipper in? Because.
Zipper.
It's a good
People
one.
don't understand the zipper merge.
They don't. Nobody. Two lanes converge into one. Nope, you're not coming in. Come on, man. One in, one.
It's because people get upset when they're in the lane.
Yeah.
And people use the entire merge lane
sometimes
to get to the end. So they think people need to just get behind them where they are.
Ram it.
Like, it's not how a zipper works, y'all.
No. Yeah, I know. It's not how a zipper works, y'all. It's the unwritten rules of the road. Bruin James, good day, sir.
We are the sons of Westwood.
Oh, God help me.
Good morning.
Wearing blue and gold.
Big game this weekend.
Sometimes we sing this song and it always gets old. Go fight, win. It's the. Oh, sorry. There you go. Yeah, that's good.
Good morning, guys.
This is the only song. What's up, BJ?
We're going to Vegas
When are you going to Vegas?
Tuesday morning.
All right. Yeah, you got Gonzaga in Vegas next week. What day is that game?
Tuesday, the 23rd.
All right, I won't be there. I was hoping to be there in time for that at the T-Mobile. That would have been fun.
Yeah. Got my tickets. We're ready to go.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
It's number one versus number two.
That's correct. That almost never happens in the regular season. Almost never happens in the regular season in college basketball.
Just like when the UCLA met Houston and what they call that changed basketball forever. When UCLA met Houston in the Astrodome.
Yep. That's way back in the day. Yep. All right, well, enjoy that and enjoy the weekend. And you got two West Coast teams being 1 and 2 in the nation, which is kind of cool. It's pretty special. So
I'll call you Tuesday morning, guys.
Please do.
Have a good one.
Good day, sir.
All right.
All right, he's going to Vegas. Oh, sorry. You'll hear a lot of that. Hello, Terry.
Oh, good Friday to you, Jeff and JJ. I'm off my week-long bender, and the world will come back to earth. KU football tomorrow. But, hey, it was a fun week. Glad we got to hear from Rudy the Greek guy. Maybe I would have done better if I knew the hook was important in betting. Oh, always nice to have an expert call in on that and let us know. I wonder how if Austin's tryout as the Lions field goal kicker went. That was a Charlie Brown kick in overtime. The Lions, that guy, I would have probably just headed to the locker room after he tried that 45-yarder and it went about 20 yards. But, I digress on that a little bit. Kind of glad pros aren't like college. Buffalo wouldn't be in the playoffs because they had a bad loss to Jacksonville and luckily just go by records. But, no, I have to admit, as a Pats fan, no, spoiled for the last 20 years, so it's kind of like UCLA basketball. As I refer to him as Mac Davis, the kid could have a decent career, but, he's living in the shadow of greatness, and, you get spoiled instead of understanding if he had been the quarterback 40 years ago, it'd be going, oh, he's awesome. So, it's just human nature. the rest of the world should say, "Hey, this guy's decent." But like I said, we are spoiled.
It
and,
doesn't happen
you know,
often, but it's not unprecedented, right? It's not unprecedented. Look at Steve Young, Joe Montana. Look at Aaron Rodgers and Brett Favre. It's not like a franchise has not been able to fill the void of a lost legend with another really, really good quarterback, and in those two cases, Hall of Famers. It doesn't happen a lot, but it's not like it's never happened.
Right, but he might be one of those, which we would love, or he might become the next Danny White, which if you talk to old school Cowboy fans, they'd go, he had a decent career, but he wasn't Roger Staubach.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah, you know, it's life, and I wish the kid, he's done very well, and as long as he doesn't throw it over 20 yards, he's really good. And so, you know, we live on, but yeah, once you've seen the top of the mountain, you know, it's not fair, but that's how we are as fans. But as always, you guys have a great weekend. Enjoy your families. Love the show, whether I'm on a bender or not, and take care and be safe.
See you, Terry.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Look, the Mac Jones thing, it's a tough situation, but it's a good situation. I mean, what's a tougher situation, his or Trevor Lawrence's? Trevor Lawrence doesn't have to live up to Tom Brady, but who'd you want to be?
The thing with Mac Jones, sure, there's this is what Tom Brady did, but it's also it is one of the best run organizations in the NFL.
Well,
and that is huge. So you have a quarterback. Mac Jones, he's good. He's playing at a high level for a rookie. There's definitely more there. Plus an organization that is stable, that has talent, that's going to play good defense year in and year out, and that's going to go a long way for Mac Jones.
All that's right. All that's right. But I'll ask you this question again. I mean, there's pressure. Would you rather be in his situation or Trevor Lawrence's situation? Way less pressure on Trevor Lawrence.
Yeah, but you'd rather be Mac Jones right now because
course.
You're playing for a team that fighting for a playoff spot, and all of a sudden people are like, could they go to the AFC Championship game?
Yes. Gato Roberto, thanks for hanging out with us, slumming it today over on the Sports Channel. Appreciate you. Jim Rome Show is next. The Herd with Colin Cowherd after that. You get 2 men and a baby. No, 2 men on this afternoon. And then you got little women's basketball tonight, right? No, 2 men on today.
Wow.
I don't even know what I'm looking at. Hey, Adrian, have a great weekend. Great work today. Safe travels to you. Listen to JJ here on the Sports Channel from Houston tomorrow. I'll be over on News Radio for men's basketball. Have a great, safe weekend, boys and girls. Be good to each other. Be kind, loving, caring, and sharing. We'll smell you on Monday.
Dear Exit Strategy, let's pick.
For 100 years, PNM has utilized cutting-edge technology and employed hard-working New Mexicans to ensure that we have consistent, reliable energy when we need it. For life's loudest moments, quietest moments, and every moment in between. We're dedicated to providing you with energy now and into the future. All you have to do is dream of what to do with it next.
We here at Clark's Pet Emporium welcome you to bring in your pets. We know that having your pet with you makes the experience of shopping for them even better. And we welcome you to bring your kids also. Clark's Pet Emporium, your pet's second best friend.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth that's real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
He's covered by Jet Stone in the top corner for Clovis, but there goes Manzano. He's got nothing but green. And a touchdown saving tackle by Angel Chavarria.
Babinski in the front. Babinski will keep her footing. She'll come back inside. Going to get it. Here's the shot opportunity, and Academy scores to start this game. That's just a backbreaker when you're 1 yard from it. Turtle Morales is going to Cruz Garcia. Intercepted! Running up to make that play, it's Jesse Ramirez. Ramirez bouncing off a couple of guys, gets through and finally taken down by Raymond Ivey.
No one has that problem in the city, to be so stacked at wide receiver that you're going to move one of your receivers to running back. There's Robertson. He scoops it up at the 7. He crosses the 20. He'll get to the 30. A lot of room for Robertson. He's got some speed. He's going to have to beat the kicker, and that is all. And the kicker can't get to him. He's stumbling up, and he is pushed out of bounds at the 2-yard line. There is the deep ball. The receiver was open for a moment, but then it's a pick for the people's champ, Nathan Lopez. He came out of nowhere to make that interception.